The following is a special presentation of WSAV Sports. Dreams. They manifest in so many different ways. Last season for Calvary Day, they came crashing down on a last-second kick that sailed wide right, as the Cavaliers' dream of an undefeated regular season went up in smoke. But for Oceanside Collegiate Academy, that missed kick changed the trajectory of 2024 as the Landsharks went on to cap a dream season with the South Carolina State Championship. Now 2025 brings opportunity for redemption, a second chance, a rewind, and new dreams for two teams eyeing the ultimate prize. Now, faster than a Mustang, more powerful than an F-150, the WSAV CW Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week is on the air. Powered by O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln.
No rain in the forecast here, just lots of great football for us on the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week live from the Specialty Sports Complex right here at Calvary. Two teams with dreams of a state title in two different states, ready to take each other out. Andrew Davis here with Calvin Wilson from Explosive Sports Training. And Calvin, there are explosive athletes all over this field.
Oh, no doubt. We walked on the field early, and man, they got kids on both sides of the field.
And both these teams really believe they can take another state title home. Oceanside already done it a couple times, but Calvary has dreams of that, and they started their season off right last week, taking out a Beach team which really was outmatched against a Calvary team that just has athletes everywhere and is ready to play and play well.
No doubt. With a younger team, you want to put them up against somebody who's going to give you a little competition, but you want confidence.
Well, 37-0, you saw it there. As you go look at the keys to the game on this one, Calvary, they want to make sure they don't turn the ball over because both these teams can score and can move the ball. Don't give up the big play on defense. That secondary is going to be under pressure.
Oh, yeah. You got four wides everywhere. You just got to keep them in front of you.
And special teams, punting and kicking, always key when you get to a game like this. Oceanside went completely different. They didn't play somebody that they thought they could beat. Instead, they went two levels up to take on an Irmo team, which is fifth in the state in their region right now, and hung with them tight for the entire game, something they didn't do last year.
Right. Two different philosophies in what to play. They wanted to test themselves going into the season.
And while Oceanside didn't come away with a win in a very close one on this one, they say they're ready for this game, and this is a huge key for them. The offense has to run the ball. They're going five wides, but their running back could be the key.
Yeah, it could open up. If you spread them out, it can open up the middle of the field.
Turnovers on defense and then stopping on third down. You got to stop one of these offenses before they get rolling, no question. And we're going to roll right over to the coin toss right now and get us underway for our big game tonight. Calvary taking on Oceanside Collegiate. Calvary in the purple, Oceanside in the white and blue. We like those Oregon helmets too, Calvin. I think they got a little blue in them, but they're pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Couple handshakes for everyone as we get ready for the kickoff after we get their coin toss.
It is a privilege and honor to be chosen captains, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's why Coach has chosen y'all to be captains, correct?
Yes, sir.
I want good sportsmanship out of you all, okay?
Yes, sir.
I know this purple. I want blue talk to blue, and I want white talk to white. We're not going to have all that bickering out here tonight. We're going to play football, okay?
Yes,
Otherwise, it's on me. We're going to do all the talking, all right?
Yes, sir.
I need to know your last name. Varner, correct?
Yes, sir.
Need to know your last name.
Jones.
I'm a Jones. My last name, Jones. Kerry Jones. Mr. Jones right here, you're going to be the visiting team, okay? Mr. Varner, you the home team. I have a coin. This is heads, and this is tails. Before I throw it in the air, what you calling,
Tails.
Mr. Jones? Everybody heard him.
Tails.
Everybody heard him. He said tails. It's heads. You won the toss. Coach said you want the ball. Now, which goal you want to defend? I mean, which one? Yeah.
We'll defend this goal.
You want to turn your backs this way. Let's shake hands. Let's have a good ball game.
So you got it there. Calvary wins the toss, decides to take the ball. When you have two high-powered offenses like this, do you like the idea of just getting off quick?
I think Calvary needs to get off quick, because if Oceanside wants the ball and want to go for spread 4, let's try to score and put the pressure on them.
All right, we're going to take it down to our third member of our team, Hank Tatum, right down on the field on the sidelines. Hank?
Well, guys, as you saw last year when these two teams met, it came down to the very final play. But this year, the sidelines look a little bit different, as both teams have brand new head coaches. For Calvary Day, it's Jason Cameron, the former offensive coordinator who took over for the legendary coach before him, who's now the athletic director, who was the 20th most winning coach in Georgia high school football history. And on the other side, it's head coach Brent LaPrade, who took over as the former defensive coordinator for last year's interim head coach John Patterson. And if last year's game was any indication, the two quarterbacks returning are key. James Mobley for Calvary Day, a 36-3 touchdown interception ratio, and Aiden Manavian started his 2025 campaign off strong with 2 touchdowns. It should be another classic brewing here tonight. Andrew, Calvin, back to you guys.
All right, Hank, and you're going to have the front row seat on that one, won't you, Hank, for this? So we're excited to have you down on the field. Calvin, talking about a lot of the players we'll see tonight, but maybe a couple that we're not going to see that could be the keys on this one. Brixton Bell, the star safety for Calvary, is out with a broken foot. How much does that stop them during a game where you got an air raid offense on the other side?
Oh, man, you got to have somebody back there who can pick it up and identify the offenses. It could be a big deterrent to the team.
Now on the other side, Oceanside Collegiate, James O'Connor, their lead running back, broke his tibia last week. So you're going to have a senior Zakai Muncie in there. You got 4 wideouts, but running the ball really is a key when you get to the kind of system that they're working on.
No doubt. Keys of the game was running the ball. So they got to get the run game going to be able to get the offense really popping tonight.
Boy, we've got some players on here. We're going to talk about some of the possible colleges they're going to, as well as what's out here. But right now, this is bragging rights. This is something that Calvary wants a lot, too. You lose 16-15 last year. How much does it mean, even though you got a whole bunch of new kids this year?
Oh, I mean, you come back home, you know you want to defend your home. So that's a big thing. Taking the loss last year, coming back home and defending.
That is the key for everybody out here. Calvary, again, is going to get the ball first on this. So Levon Owens back there along with Sean Williams, the corner. So Oceanside. It really could be last one gets the ball, gets the win, because of the way both of these teams can go. Defense will be huge.
I hope one defense steps up, and let's see how. I like to see defenses against these high-powered teams.
Oceanside did have 4 turnovers last week, so Coach said that was a huge difference for them in this game.
Against Irmo. Wow.
Yes. And here is your kickoff. It'll go out to Owens. Owens at the 20 to the 25. He's got it to almost the 30. Take that back to Sean Williams. Williams to 30. And here we are with our starting lineups for the day. So good starting position on the 30 for Calvary. The key to it, James Mobley threw for 2,500 yards and 36 touchdowns last year.
I saw this kid when he was an 8th grader. He's a great leader, and that's what you need at a high school football. You need great leaders at quarterback.
And the biggest thing, only 3 picks even as a sophomore last year, so you knew he protected the ball.
And he's a great baseball player. Really good baseball player.
You know, why not? 2-3 sports, whatever you can do. Back to the old school on that one.
Yes, sir.
So you've got Mobley with Caden Jones behind him in the pistol format. 2 wide receivers stacked on both sides. The wide receiving core very new this year, and we'll talk about that as continue on the game, because you got some big guys and big programs this year up on the college side. Mobley's going to hand it to Jones first. Jones goes right into the line and nothing doing. Loss of 1 on that for Caden Jones. Big tackle by a couple of those D linemen up the middle for Oceanside. Lawyer Arnold and Mike Jones in the middle of that one.
Yeah, and Ryan Murdoff.
He's got the defensive starters there. We're going to be a bunch of them that are heading out to the next level eventually if they can play, but they're not worried about that. They want to go 3 for 3 on this. A lot of these kids haven't lost a game in the playoffs in 2 years. You don't think they want another one.
Hey, man, winning, you can get used to that.
There's Mobley. He's going to throw it out quick to the outside. He's going to get out to the 30, 35, and then there's going to be a flag on that one, probably a hold on Calvary.
Good pass, but I think it was a holding play right there.
A lot of complaining out there. Ty Pinkney, one of the guys, and the other one, Jalen Hicks. We'll see what the ref has to say. We talked about those penalties. You can't have too many of them in a game like this. High-level teams.
I got holding on offense from the spot, 10-yard penalty.
So it's from the spot on this one, says about the 34-35. So the good news is not as far back, but Calvary can't make these kind of mistakes. When you take the ball especially, you want to impose your will on the other team.
Because if they could get on the punt, then you can play the field position and you make the field shorter and shorter. So
now, but Calvary's offense is such that 2nd and 15 is not a hard thing to do either. So we'll have to see what they can come up with. We're going to go stack 3 to the right side, 1 over to the left. Mobley will get the snap with Jones behind him. He's going to fake to Jones. He's going to throw it up deep. He's looking for his man, and it's up, and it's good. What a catch right there by M.J. Knight down to the 45-yard line. A huge play, just threw it up for grabs for a big guy.
great job for M.J. Knight. He saw the ball, and he tracked it. He knew that the defender was watching him, and he went and got the ball. Great job by Mobley giving him a chance to get the ball. Wow, great play. And he went up with hands.
And Knight made the most of his one catch last week for 67 yards and a touchdown against Beach. So he clearly is the deep threat they're going to want to get involved all game long.
Big guy out there.
So now a 1st and 10 from the 45 of Oceanside. Mobley with Jones behind him. He's going to hand it again to Jones. Jones will break free for a couple this time. He'll get about 4 down to the 41-yard line.
I see a little slipper now on the play. If he could have kept his feet and made the right cut, he could have been up the field for a lot more yardage.
You know, big home game here for Calvary. We haven't had any rain, but it is very sticky outside. I think the humidity will play a factor in all
Not
this.
just outside, inside.
This is true. But we don't have pads on is the good news on
You're
that one.
exactly
So
right.
Here's Mobley again with Caden Jones. They'll look to the sidelines. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end on this. Caden Jones behind Mobley. Mobley will quick throw right to the outside, right back to our guy.
M.J. Knight.
M.J. Knight again. Knight clearly the guy for them. He's going to get about 18 on that one.
Size advantage. They're taking advantage of the size. You throw to a guy that he can post up. Look, just bigger than the other guy. Now you got to make him tackle you.
So he'll get about 15, 16 on that one by the time they're finished. And he pushed his receiver. He pushed that D-back out of the way,
Hey,
too.
his stiff arm is deadly.
He's a physical guy on that outside.
He's a junior.
He's just a junior. They've got a lot of juniors on this team.
8 seniors. Only 8 seniors.
And they're not necessarily the stars of this team either. The stars are the
See a
juniors.
first down.
And that's going to be 5 against Oceanside here. So Calvary looked like they had been pushed back after the penalty. 2 big throws tonight and a quick run for Jones have them back in scoring position.
Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Of course, Jason Cameron, offensive coordinator last year, so he's bringing a lot of the same system right back with him this year.
Let's see what Oceanside can do here.
There's the handoff, the fake to Jones. No, Mobley's going to take it instead, and that is a rare occasion for Mobley. Mobley did not run the ball much last year at all. 30 rushes for 91 yards all year long. So the interesting part to use this as part of the game, maybe that they didn't last year.
Meredith, number 9, is very active on the defense right here.
He's Scotty Walker, the senior. He had 43 tackles last year, so. I'm sorry, Reese Meredith. I'm looking at Calvary. First game of the year, Calvin. I'm still getting my legs under me here. So 2nd and 1 after the gain of about 4. They'll go tight formation with 1 wide out. Mobley hands it, no, fakes it to Jones on the play action. He'll get over the middle, and it's underthrown. Looks like a miscommunication there. No receiver anywhere in the area.
I think the receiver ran the wrong route. I always blame the receiver because the quarterback is the man with the ball in his hand.
Well, we talk about the need when you play a beach and you don't have to play as much and you don't have to do as much maybe as you would otherwise. So they're still really in first game and a half almost.
And when you're looking at games like this and you have a wide receiver, he may have an option, and he may have chose a different option.
And with 1 wide receiver on that option, you knew it was something different that they were going to.
Exactly.
Too. We've got 2 on the right side this time, 1 on the left on 3rd and 1. Jones still in the backfield. He is their bell cow. He's going to get a lot of carries today, including right there. He's got to cut through the outside. Nice cut back He'll gain about 9 on that one. So Caden Jones, nice vision on that.
If they show the replay, let's watch number 0. They got him to come up the field, and he just blocked himself. He ran himself right out of the play. He's very aggressive, though.
He's a D end out there. Sawyer.
The money man.
The money man. He calls himself the money man.
Oh, he
Sawyer
calls
Arnold.
himself the money man?
He calls the money man. That's his nickname, he said.
Man, you got to
so.
live up when you call yourself a name. When other people call you a name, then it's different. But when you call it yourself, then wow.
Then
lot
watch
of
it out, right? You know, there's Mobley. He's going to hand it to Jones again. Big hole up the middle. Jones will get a bunch of yards, and then he's going to drive it all the way in the end zone for the score. 13-yard touchdown for Caden Jones. You saw the cut. You saw the elusiveness. Now you saw the strength.
Hey, let's watch Lawson Benson and Bryce Terry on this block.
The guard, the tackle on the right side.
Yeah, they led him right into the end zone.
Take a look. Do you need those big guys up
Boom.
front? And they did. Big hole, but then he did the rest.
That's right. Got a hand on the man.
He was able to drag Sean Williams.
For 3 yards.
Going to drag him right back in. Sorry, not Sean Williams on that one. Cole Gaspar into the end zone. So it's 6-0 Calvary that quick. That's the quick strike on both of these teams. So don't think, oh, 7-0, this ball game's over by any means. Oceanside has an absolutely explosive offense.
I love that name, Cole Gaspar. Man, that's nice.
Caden Jones thought it was nice when he carried him in on that one, too. So Calvary takes a 7-0 lead on a drive that lasts a little over almost 5.5 minutes. You saw a little bit of everything there, too. I think what I liked the best was watching Mobley run because he's quick and he didn't do it much, and it's another option to that offense.
You're exactly right. Now I have to prepare for everything. Like, if he pull it, I don't have to worry about the running back, but I got to worry about – and you don't account for the quarterback, you know. And especially when he's throwing it well.
Especially when he throws it as much as he does.
Yeah.
As we said, 2,500 yards and 36 touchdowns. So it's not like you're going to think he's going to run that much and you can't wait for it.
Yeah, and he lost like Thomas Blackshear.
Among other, and Dupa Coleman as well, by the way, who's over at App State right now. So you lost both your receivers.
D1.
You're looking at that together. They accounted for 32 touchdowns last year.
UGA, 32. App State, great programs.
And Dupa was looked at by everybody.
Great programs.
And App State was able to snag him, which is the good news for them.
Yes, indeed.
So here's your kickoff for Calvary. Brady Shiver is your kicker. He converted that extra point.
Anthony Williams.
Anthony Williams has got a lot of room out here. He's out to the 30. He's to the 35 to the 40. Didn't get the block, didn't need it. He's out to the 50, to the 45, to the 43 of Calvary. A huge 57-yard kickoff return.
Well, I ran into his father, and his father said that he transferred over, and one of the coaches at Calvary told me number 2 is a player.
And they already have some receivers out there, including Terrence Johnson.
Yes.
He'll be well talked about for this game when we're finished. The biggest thing there, big bust on the kickoff return. Way too much open space to the left.
Yeah, they blocked that. They sealed it over there, and they gave him a great lane.
So Williams steps out for a minute. Your quarterback is Adrian Mendavian. He's just a junior, but he has lots of experience for Oceanside. And they will run this air raid offense, 4 wideouts with a running back in the backfield all day. And there's Mendavian looking under pressure, and he's going to get pulled down for a sack. Big sack by number 15, Jeffrey McCormick, the junior. Had 2 sacks versus Beach, add 1 today.
Oh, man, they put a lot of pressure on him right here. They broke down right here.
Couple guys in there. Anybody could have made it. McCormick cleaned up the pieces, and suddenly it's 2nd and 19. Lines will be the key. Oceanside's got a bunch of seniors on that line, so they know what they're doing. Here's Mendavian. He'll drop back with all the guys. He's got a man open on the side. Get it down to about the 42 and 40. He'll get all the way to the 40 on a nice tackle by number 18 out there, Zay Middleton. But good catch and throw by Cooper Webb.
Yeah, that was a nice route right there.
Cooper Webb, one of the slot guys, another new receiver. They basically have 3 brand new receivers on this offense. Mendavian, the junior, played about a year and a half. Great story for him as Calvary jumped off sides on that one. Mendavian has won 2 straight state titles. Coach was talking to me about it. As a freshman, he broke his wrist, didn't play all regular season, and came back in the playoffs, and they started him, and he ran the table for the title as a freshman, then started all last year and won the title again.
I love what you told me about that. Starting his first start was in the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
Awesome. And won it.
And won it straight up. 5 straight for him on that one. So Mandavian knows what he's doing. We're going to be at 3rd and 3. So after the big sack, Oceanside's come right back. Mandavian looking for somebody. He's going to throw it up, and he's overthrows one guy almost in the hands of a second and right through the hands of the defender, Scotty Walker.
Yeah, he almost hit 3 different people on that play.
But any one of them could have made that catch, too.
Yes.
There's no way that Johnson thought it was coming to him and ended up landing it at his feet because he thought it would go to the short guy.
You talked earlier about the special teams. It's 4th down and 3, and they're going for it on their own on the other
35,
side, 35-yard line.
It's no man's land. Mandavian maybe trying to draw him off. Got him once.
I think they're going to try it. They're going to go for it.
Okay, so Mandavian with Zakai Muncie in the backfield. We'll talk more about him in a minute. Mandavian, the junior. He will take the snap. He's looking. He's going to overthrow. He's got it picked off by Calvary, and that's going to go all the way in the other direction. Scotty Walker will take it to the house for Calvary. Oh, I may have been a little bit. Now it'll be interesting. Did he get knocked out of bounds?
At the 1.
At the 1, or are they calling it a touchback?
A 1.
We got a tough angle on that. He is down at the 1. I thought he had it. He had it all the way to the end, so I guess the refs say he stepped out of bounds before that ball was lost because it was lost in the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here's
another high throw right there by Mandavian, and Walker had it in his sight.
Man, look at his stride.
Good stride, but look at it. The quarterback missed him, and then
great
the
hustle.
Next guy, good hustle by Zakai Muncie. We talked about him.
He was out.
He was out of bounds. He had touched out of bounds before he lost the ball because he was reaching the ball for the pylon. That's the danger on reaching for that pylon because it can always fall out.
Man, that is a great hustle play. Great hustle play.
Muncie is a senior. He's picking up the pieces for James O'Connor, who was supposed to be their lead back this year. Mobley's going to hand it off, and that's going to be a touchdown. Second one of the day for Caden Jones.
Whoa, man, 14 zip.
Suddenly the tide has turned for the Cavaliers. 6:37 left, and it's 14-0 Calvary. Quick look there, good push by the line. So Mandavian not going to overblow it in a first series, but did that first sack have something to do with those second throws because he was high on both of them, or is he just hyped up?
I just think he was rushing it because of the sacks. But this is what I was thinking right before that. I think they're going to go for it all night because they played Irmo, they playing Calvary. They're playing up, and they're playing out of state.
There's the kick by Shiver, and Grady Shiver puts it through for the second score of the night. 14-0 Calvary leading Oceanside right now. Another look at that touchdown. Caden Jones with 2 already. We'll see what happens. Can Oceanside answer? We'll tell you next on the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week. The Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week is brought to you by O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln. Looking for a new truck? Go see O.C. today. And O.C. and everybody else has watched a pretty good clinic so far early in the first quarter by Calvary. You get a nice drive on there, getting the score in, then the pick down to the 1, easy touchdown, and the Cavaliers have a 14-0 lead.
This is the perfect setup for them at home, coming back to a team that you lost to last year and gaining this confidence, 14-0. But I'll say this, when a team wins back-to-back state championships, they're not going to fold right here. So it'll be a good test from this point.
They are not scared of anybody.
Down by 14. Let's see Oceanside.
Grady Shiver's going to kick it off. He's going to kick it way deep into the end zone to make sure Terrence Williams can't touch that. Anthony Williams can't touch that one. So we'll go back to 4 wides again. Again, they're going to run the air raid offense. Adrian Mandavian, the quarterback, while he did throw that pick, last year threw for 3,469 yards, 19 touchdowns, ran for 211 more, and had 2 touchdown passes against Irmo in week 1. Coach was saying he's just unflappable. He came in as a freshman ready to play, and every step of the way he's doing it. So we'll see as you see that flag.
I got a personal foul, blindside block on 0. We're going to have half a distance to go, guys.
So that ball goes to the end zone, but still they're going to be pushed back 10. It was Oceanside on a blindside block. Not what you want to see.
Telling you, an ideal start for Calvary, an unideal start for Oceanside.
But when you can run the offense and when you score as many points as they are, Oceanside is not out of anything by any means. This is a team that is battle-tested, even with 11 new starters that they have. The coach said they move them around and bring them in and bring them out, so they have to learn how to do this. But the biggest thing to me is you have 4 seniors on that offensive line who are going to protect that quarterback for everything that they have. And Mandavian's got, 19, 20 starts, 20-plus starts. Mandavian's looking deep. He's got a man deep. And almost in and out of the hands of Anthony Williams. You talked about Williams earlier. He's going to Williams a lot.
He's going to Williams, but Williams is going against one of the best cornerbacks in the country in Emerson Puda
Lewis.
He's the baby boy of 3 boys that all play Division I football.
You know, Emerson's out there. Already got some offers. He's wearing a sleeve that says USC, as in not South Carolina, but Southern California.
Like me, Southern Cal.
So,
Calvin from the South.
The other USC, as they like to say around here.
The real again. USC.
Pump fake right through the hands this time of Williams. Again, a little bit high on this. You wonder if the pressure has gotten a little bit to Mandavian.
Well, I'm going to say this. He's not afraid because he's going at the best corner on Calvary's team, which I wouldn't do.
With his best receivers. So
I still wouldn't do
You go best on best. I guess he feels his best is better than your best. We're going to see when it's finished, and we'll have to see how that matchup turns out.
That sounds good. That's confidence.
So here we are, 3rd and 10, way back from their 10-yard line. That's going to be another false start penalty on Calvary on there. Calvary thinks they have an advantage on that D-line. There's no question. They got to him early, and they've been pressuring him every step.
But you use that aggression against the team, and I'm not even mad at aggression. If it was laziness and you're getting fouls, then that's something different.
I really like Buddy Curry on the inside, too. He does a lot of work for that.
Yes, he does.
Here we are, 3rd and 5 after the penalty. Mandavian back. Looking, had somebody, and then just gets hammered from the outside. They want a fumble out there on the field. They were not getting it. Kenneth Baker, the junior, just lit up Mandavian from the top.
Hey, he held on to that way too. Oh!
Baker clocked him good, fully legal hit.
Yeah,
he held on to a weight. He had a guy on the cross, the back cross, didn't think he could make it to him, and he waited too long, and the blitz got to him.
You can't hold that ball that long against anybody, and you can't blame your offensive line for that. That was a delayed blitz that got to him.
Baker 4 tackles and 4 hurries against Beach, and another hurry right there, and that meant a lot.
That was more than a hurry.
And there's your 2 deep men one more time.
Number 1.
We're looking again. It's the same ones, Levon Owens and my guy Sean Williams back there. And there's your punt. That will not be Williams. It's going to blow over top of him. He's going to pick it up at the 25 and try to make something out of it.
Oh.
Turning the wrong way and going the wrong way, losing big yardage on that for Calvary. Not what they needed right there.
Great punt right there. Great punt by the punter there.
A really good punt. He was not perfect. That was Ty Pinkney back there for the return. Not great necessarily in the opening. So as we're looking at what's going on the field and what's going on right here on WSAV. See Jason Cameron there, the brand new coach for Calvary Day. And the Sports Zone, you're going to want to get it anytime on demand through our WSAV.com and our future app that we're going to be also downloading for you. The Sports Zone podcast, your local sports leader for everybody. Going in depth on this, Joey Lamar and Colby Zach breaking down game after game from Georgia, South Carolina, and beyond. It's a brand new podcast from WSAV on demand right now at WSAV.com/sportszone. So Calvary again with the ball. Already up 2 touchdowns. Think they've got something almost picked off. Bad throw there. Way too many people in the way, and coverage was on top of him. Jordan Wright will get the knockdown.
Yeah, that was a bad read right there. He tried to throw it in between the corner and the safety, and man, that's a tight throw right here. Watch this.
That is by far the biggest, the worst throw that Mobley's made all day. There were 3 guys there. If he didn't get it, the guy behind him on that one would have. That's Michael Strickler, the junior safety, who also would have been in the middle of that.
Great job by the defense.
So Mobley did not see that one correctly. That will lead to 2nd and 10.
Hey, this is a very important possession for the defense.
Absolutely. Here's the handoff to Jones. Pretty good hole. Pulled back down, though. Nice play. Mike Jones with the tackle.
He picked up 3 on that.
Caden Jones is a strong guy. That's Lamarian Thompson, actually, who with the tackle on that one. Caden Jones, a very strong guy, though. You can see off the touchdown run that he made earlier.
Yeah, you're not going to tackle him with 1 tackler.
So now instead, we're going to be 3rd and 7 for Calvary. Up 2 scores, 14-0, 5:27, and clicking here in the first quarter. Mobley's going to go up top. He's got his man, and he overthrows the receiver, Levon Owens, on that. Did have him deep, but under a lot of pressure from the inside.
Well, you rather overthrow it than throw it short and somebody pick it off. So
Joey Harriet right in Mobley's face on that. Now 4th and 5. They were talking about it.
And Mobley is the punter.
Mobley is the punter. He punted a few times last year.
So you always got a threat back there.
I like that when the quarterback is the punter because you never really know. So really interesting with Mobley as the punter. Obviously different situation, but it is another threat, and it's something else they have to worry about, and maybe you can't set up that return quite as easily. Back deep, Terrence Johnson, the wide receiver for Oceanside. Mobley with a very good kick. Johnson will have a return on this. He gets it about the 44. He's up to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 31, 32. There are a couple flags on the field
we got
in 2 different spots. We'll see what the calls are. Most likely holding.
I saw the guy at the 50.
And there's another one down here at the 31, too.
Man.
So I don't know if those are both the same or matching on that. We'll see what the rest have to say.
Just let him go.
Hold him from behind, block in the back there. Can't really see whatever happened at the 31 either. Too bad because that was a very good return by Johnson.
White holding on the return from the spot. 10 yards. Going to be 1st down.
Okay, so Oceanside will get the ball back. We're going to go down to Hank Tatum on the field. Hank, what you seeing down there?
Well, guys, as this Landshark offense and Aiden Manavia take the field again, while they were on the sidelines, head coach Brent LaPrade sat them down and was very calm. He just said, hey, we got to make sure we catch the ball. We got to make sure we're hitting our throws. And he was telling Manavia that he seems to be throwing off his back foot mainly, so he's got to step into his throws. So we'll see if this Oceanside offense can get things together. Remember, they were down big last week to Irmo, and they almost made the comeback. Guys, back to you.
Hank, that's great coaching by Coach LaPrade, too.
Yeah, but that's easy for Coach LaPrade to say when he's not getting hit. You know what I'm saying?
Not in his face.
But it's good that he has a cool demeanor.
Right.
But stepping into the throw, we saw a couple of times he couldn't have stepped into the
Interesting, Coach LaPrade, the defensive coordinator last year, though, but can see it probably from that level to see what he can get to.
Right.
So we're going to be from the 42-yard line here. Oceanside going to go 5 wides. Quick slant, no. Now, again, under pressure one more time.
Good job.
This time, Mendavian on the run. He's got his guy. Good turnaround for the apparent catch. Yes, that should be a catch. Cooper Webb there. Gain of about 17 on that. Great turnaround by Webb.
Otherwise, it's on me. We're going to do all the talking, all right?
Yes, sir.
I need to know your last name. Varner, correct?
Yes, sir.
Need to know your last name.
Jones.
I'm a Jones. My last name, Jones. Kerry Jones. Mr. Jones right here, you're going to be the visiting team, okay? Mr. Varner, you're the home team. I have a coin. This is heads, and this is tails. Before I throw it in the air, what you calling,
Tails.
Mr. Jones? Everybody heard him.
Tails.
Everybody heard him. He said tails. It's heads. You won the toss. Coach say you want the ball. Now, which goal you want to defend? I mean, which one? Yeah.
We'll defend this goal.
You want to fish, turn your backs this way. Let's shake hands. Let's have a good ball game.
So you got it there. Calvary wins the toss, decides to take the ball. When you have two high-powered offenses like this, do you like the idea of just getting off quick?
I think Calvary needs to get off quick, because if Oceanside wants the ball and want to go for spread four, let's try to score and put the pressure on them.
All right, we're going to take it down to our third member of our team, Hank Tatum, right down on the field on the sidelines. Hank?
Well, guys, as you saw last year when these two teams met, it came down to the very final play. But this year, the sidelines look a little bit different, as both teams have brand new head coaches. For Calvary Day, it's Jason Cameron, the former offensive coordinator who took over for the legendary coach before him, who's now the athletic director, who was the 20th most winning coach in Georgia high school football history. And on the other side, it's head coach Brent LaPrade, who took over as the former defensive coordinator for last year's interim head coach John Patterson. And if last year's game was any indication, the two quarterbacks returning are key. James Mobley for Calvary Day had a 36-3 touchdown interception ratio, and Aiden Banavian started his 2025 campaign off strong with 2 touchdowns. It should be another classic brewing here tonight. Andrew, Calvin, back to you guys.
All right, Hank, and you're going to have the front row seat on that one, won't you, Hank, for this? So we're excited to have you down on the field. Calvin, talking about a lot of the players we'll see tonight, but maybe a couple that we're not going to see that could be the keys on this one. Brixton Bell, the star safety for Calvary, is out with a broken foot. How much does that stop them during a game where you got an air raid offense on the other side?
Oh, man, you got to have somebody back there who can pick it up and identify the offenses. It could be a big deterrent to the team.
Now on the other side, Oceanside Collegiate, James O'Connor, their lead running back, broke his tibia last week. So you're going to have a senior Zakai Muncie in there. You got 4 wideouts, but running the ball really is a key when you get to the kind of system that they're working on.
No doubt. Keys of the game was running the ball. So they got to get the run game going to be able to get the offense really popping tonight.
Boy, we've got some players on here. We're going to talk about some of the possible colleges they're going to, as well as what's out here. But right now, this is bragging rights. This is something that Calvary wants a lot, too. You lose 16-15 last year. How much does it mean, even though you got a whole bunch of new kids this year?
Oh, I mean, you come back home, you know you want to defend your home. So that's a big thing. Taking the loss last year, coming back home and defending.
That is the key for everybody out here. Calvary, again, is going to get the ball first on this. So Levon Owens back there along with Sean Williams, the corner. So Oceanside. It really could be last one gets the ball, gets the win, because of the way both of these teams can go. Defense will be huge.
I hope one defense steps up, and let's see how. I like to see defenses against these high-powered teams.
Oceanside did have 4 turnovers last week, so Coach said that was a huge difference for them in this game.
Against Irmo. Wow.
Yes. And here is your kickoff. It'll go out to Owens. Owens at the 20 to the 25. He's got it to almost the 30. Take that back to Sean Williams. Williams to 30. And here we are with our starting lineups for the day. So good starting position on the 30 for Calvary. The key to it, James Mobley threw for 2,500 yards and 36 touchdowns last year.
I saw this kid when he was an 8th grader. He's a great leader, and that's what you need at a high school football. You need great leaders at quarterback.
And the biggest thing, only 3 picks even as a sophomore last year, so you knew he protected the ball.
And he's a great baseball player. Really good baseball player.
You know, why not? 2-3 sports, whatever you can do, back to the old school on that one.
Yes, sir.
So you've got Mobley with Caden Jones behind him in the pistol format. 2 wide receivers stacked on both sides. The wide receiving core very new this year, and we'll talk about that as continue on the game, because you got some big guys and big programs this year up on the college side. Mobley's going to hand it to Jones first. Jones goes right into the line and nothing doing. Loss of 1 on that for Caden Jones. Big tackle by a couple of those D linemen up the middle for Oceanside. Lawyer Arnold and Mike Jones in the middle of that one.
Yeah, and Ryan Murdoff.
So you got the defensive starters there. We're going to be a bunch of them that are heading out to the next level eventually if they can play, but they're not worried about that. They want to go 3 for 3 on this. A lot of these kids haven't lost a game in the playoffs in 2 years. You don't think they want another one.
Hey, man, winning, you can get used to that.
There's Mobley. He's going to throw it out quick to the outside. He's going to get out to the 30, 35, and then there's going to be a flag on that one, probably a hold on Calvary.
Good pass, but I think it was a holding play right there.
A lot of complaining out there. Ty Pinkney, one of the guys, and the other one, Jalen Hicks. We'll see what the ref has to say. We talked about those penalties. You can't have too many of them in a game like this. High-level teams.
I got holding on offense from the spot, 10-yard penalty.
So it's from the spot on this one, says about the 34-35. So the good news is not as far back, but Calvary can't make these kind of mistakes. When you take the ball especially, you want to impose your will on the other team.
Because if they could get on the punt, then you can play the field position and you make the field shorter and shorter. So
now, but Calvary's offense is such that 2nd and 15 is not a hard thing to do either. So we'll have to see what they can come up with. We're going to go stack 3 to the right side, 1 over to the left. Mobley will get the snap with Jones behind him. He's going to fake to Jones. He's going to throw it up deep. He's looking for his man, and it's up, and it's good. What a catch right there by M.J. Knight down to the 45-yard line. A huge play, just threw it up to grabs for a big guy.
Great job for M.J. Knight. He saw the ball, and he tracked it. He knew that the defender was watching him, and he went and got the ball. Great job by Mobley giving him a chance to get the ball. Wow, great play. And he went up with hands.
And Knight made the most of his one catch last week for 67 yards and a touchdown against Beach. So he clearly is the deep threat they're going to want to get involved all game long.
Big guy out there.
So now a 1st and 10 from the 45 of Oceanside. Mobley with Jones behind him. He's going to hand it again to Jones. Jones will break free for a couple this time. He'll get about 4 down to the 41-yard line.
I see a little slipper now on the play. If he could have kept his feet and made the right cut, he could have been up the field for a lot more yardage.
You know, big home game here for Calvary. We haven't had any rain, but it is very sticky outside. I think the humidity will play a factor in all
Not
this.
Just outside, inside.
This is true. But we don't have pads on is the good news on
You're
that
exactly
one. So
right.
Here's Mobley again with Caden Jones. They'll look to the sidelines. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end on this. Caden Jones behind Mobley. Mobley will quick throw right to the outside, right back to our guy.
M.J. Knight.
M.J. Knight again. Knight clearly the guy for them. He's going to get about 18 on that one.
Size advantage. They're taking advantage of the size. You throw to a guy that he can post up. Look, just bigger than the other guy. Now you got to make him tackle you.
So he'll get about 15, 16 on that one by the time they're finished. And he pushed his receiver. He pushed that D-back out of the way,
hey,
too.
His stiff arm is deadly.
He's a physical guy on that outside.
He's a junior.
He's just a junior. They've got a lot of juniors on this team.
8 seniors. Only 8 seniors.
And they're not necessarily the stars of this team either. The stars are the juniors.
Need a first down.
And that's going to be 5 against Oceanside here. So Calvary looked like they had been pushed back after the penalty. 2 big throws tonight and a quick run for Jones have them back in scoring position.
Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Of course, Jason Cameron, offensive coordinator last year, so he's bringing a lot of the same system right back with him this year.
Let's see what Oceanside can do here.
There's the handoff, the fake to Jones. No, Mobley's going to take it instead, and that is a rare occasion for Mobley. Mobley did not run the ball much last year at all. 30 rushes for 91 yards all year long. So the interesting part to use this as part of the game, maybe that they didn't last year.
Meredith, number 9, is very active on the defense right here.
He's Scotty Walker, the senior. He had 43 tackles last year, so. I'm sorry, Reese Meredith. I'm looking at Calvary. First game of the year, Calvin. I'm still getting my legs underneath me here. So 2nd and 1 after the gain of about 4. They'll go tight formation with 1 wide out. Mobley hands it, fakes it to Jones on the play action. He'll get over the middle, and it's underthrown. Looks like a miscommunication there. No receiver anywhere in the area.
I think the receiver ran the wrong route. I always blame the receiver because the quarterback is the man with the ball in his hand.
Well, we talk about the need when you play a beach and you don't have to play as much and you don't have to do as much maybe as you would otherwise. So they're still really in first game and a half almost.
And when you're looking at games like this and you have a wide receiver, he may have an option, and he may have chose a different option.
And with one wide receiver on that option, you knew it was something different that they were going to,
Exactly.
too. We've got 2 on the right side, this time 1 on the left on 3rd and 1. Jones still in the backfield. He is their bell cow. He's going to get a lot of carries today, including right there. He's got to cut through the outside. Nice cut back. He'll gain about 9 on that one. So Caden Jones, nice vision on that.
If they show the replay, let's watch number 0. They got him to come up the field, and he just blocked himself. He ran himself right out of the play. He's very aggressive, though.
He's a D end out there. Sawyer.
The money man.
The money man. He calls himself the money man.
Oh, he
Sawyer
calls
Arnold.
himself the money man?
He calls the money man. That's his nickname, he said.
Man, you got to
so.
live up when you call yourself a name. When other people call you a name, then it's different. But when you call it yourself, then wow.
Then
lot
watch
of
it out, right? There's Mobley. He's going to hand it to Jones again. Big hole up the middle. Jones will get a bunch of yards, and then he's going to drive it all the way in the end zone for the score. 13-yard touchdown for Caden Jones. You saw the cut. You saw the elusiveness. Now you saw the strength.
Hey, let's watch Lawson Benson and Bryce Terry on this block.
The guard and the tackle on the right side.
Yeah, they led him right into the end zone.
Take a look. You need those big guys up front, and they did. Big hole, but then he did the rest.
That's right. Got a hand on the man.
He was able to drag Sean Williams.
For 3 yards.
Going to drag him right back in. Sorry, not Sean Williams on that one. Cole Gaspar into the end zone. So it's 6-0 Calvary that quick. That's the quick strike on both of these teams. So don't think, 7-0, this ball game's over by any means. Oceanside has an absolutely explosive offense.
I love that name, Cole Gaspar. Man, that's nice.
Caden Jones thought it was nice when he carried him in on that one, too. So Calvary takes a 7-0 lead on a drive that lasts a little over almost 5.5 minutes. You saw a little bit of everything there, too. I think what I liked the best was watching Mobley run because he's quick and he didn't do it much, and it's another option to that offense.
You're exactly right. Now I have to prepare for everything. Like, if he pull it, I don't have to worry about the running back, but I got to worry about – and you don't account for the quarterback, And especially when he's throwing it well.
Especially when he throws it as much as he does.
Yeah.
As we said, 2,500 yards and 36 touchdowns. So it's not like you're going to think he's going to run that much, and you can't wait for it.
Yeah, and he lost like Thomas Blackshear.
Among other, and Dupa Coleman as well, by the way, who's over at App State right now. So you lost both your receivers.
D1.
You're looking at that together. They accounted for 32 touchdowns last year.
UGA, 32. App State, great programs.
And Dupa was looked at by everybody.
Great programs.
And App State was able to snag him, which is the good news for them.
Yes, indeed.
So here's your kickoff for Calvary. Brady Shiver is your kicker. He converted that extra point.
Anthony Williams.
Anthony Williams has got a lot of room out here. He's out to the 30. He's to the 35 to the 40. Didn't get the block, didn't need it. He's out to the 50, to the 45, to the 43 of Calvary. A huge 57-yard kickoff return.
Well, I ran into his father, and his father said that he transferred over, and one of the coaches at Calvary told me number 2 is a player.
And they already have some receivers out there, including Terrence Johnson.
Yes.
He'll be well talked about for this game when we're finished. The biggest thing there, big bust on the kickoff return. Way too much open space to the left.
Yeah, they blocked that. They sealed it over there, and they gave him a great lane.
So Williams steps out for a minute. Your quarterback is Adrian Mendavian. He's just a junior, but he has lots of experience for Oceanside. And they will run this air raid offense, 4 wideouts with a running back in the backfield all day. And there's Mendavian looking under pressure, and he's going to get pulled down for a sack. Big sack by number 15, Jeffrey McCormick, the junior. Had 2 sacks versus Beach, add 1 today.
Oh, man, they put a lot of pressure on him right here. They broke down right here.
Couple guys in there. Anybody could have made it. McCormick cleaned up the pieces, and suddenly it's 2nd and 19. Lines will be the key. Oceanside's got a bunch of seniors on that line, so they know what they're doing. Here's Mendavian. He'll drop back with all the guys. He's got a man open on the side. Get it down to about the 42 and 40. He'll get all the way to the 40 on a nice tackle by number 18 out there, Zay Middleton. But good catch and throw by Cooper Webb.
Yeah, that was a nice route right there.
Cooper Webb, one of the slot guys, another new receiver. They basically have 3 brand new receivers on this offense. Mendavian, the junior, played about a year and a half. great story for him as Calvary jumped off sides
Yeah.
on that one. Mendavian has won 2 straight state titles. Coach was talking to me about it. As a freshman, he broke his wrist, didn't play all regular season, and came back in the playoffs, and they started him, and he ran the table for the title as a freshman, then started all last year and won the title again.
I love what you told me about that. Starting as his first start was in the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
Awesome. And won it.
And won it straight up. 5 straight for him on that one. So Mendavian knows what he's doing. We're going to be at 3rd and 3. So after the big sack, Oceanside's come right back. Mendavian looking for somebody. He's going to throw it up, and he's overthrows one guy almost in the hands of a second and right through the hands of the defender, Scotty Walker.
Yeah, he almost hit 3 different people on that play.
But any one of them could have made that catch, too.
Yes.
There's no way that Johnson thought it was coming to him and ended up landing at his feet because he thought it would go to the short guy.
You talked earlier about the special teams. It's 4th down and 3, and they're going for it on their own on the other
35,
side, 35-yard line.
It's no man's land. Mendavian maybe trying to draw him off, got him once.
I think they're going to try it. They're going to go for it.
Okay, so Mendavian with Zakai Muncie in the backfield. We'll talk more about him in a minute. Mendavian, the junior. He will take the snap. He's looking. He's going to overthrow. He's got it picked off by Calvary, and that's going to go all the way in the other direction. Scotty Walker will take it to the house for Calvary.
Got him
may
at
have
the
been
1.
a little bit. Now it'll be interesting. Did he get knocked
1.
out of bounds?
At the 1.
At the 1, or are they calling it a touchback?
A 1.
We got a
at the
tough
1.
angle on that. He is down at the 1. I thought he had it. He had it all the way to the end. So I guess the refs say he stepped out of bounds before that ball was lost because it was lost in the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here's the
Another
replay.
high throw right there by Mendavian, and Walker had it in his
Man, look
sight.
at the stride.
Good stride, but look at it. The quarterback missed him. And then
Great
the next
hustle.
guy, good hustle by Zakai Muncie. We talked about him.
He was out.
He was out of bounds. He had touched out of bounds before he lost the ball because he was reaching the ball for the pylon. That's the danger on reaching for that pylon because it can always fall out.
Man, that is a great hustle play. Great hustle play.
Muncie is a senior. He's picking up the pieces for James O'Connor, who was supposed to be their lead back this year. Mobley's going to hand it off, and that's going to be a touchdown. Second one of the day for Caden Jones.
Whoa, man. 14 zip.
Suddenly, the
13
tide has
zip.
turned for the Cavaliers. 6:37 left, and it's 14-0 Calvary. Quick look there. Good push by the line. So Mendavian not going to overblow it in a first series, but did that first sack have something to do with those second throws because he was high on both of them, or is he just hyped up?
I just think he was rushing it because of the sacks. But this is what I was thinking right before that. I think they're going to go for it all night because they played Irmo, they playing Calvary, they playing up, and they playing out of state.
There's the kick by Shiver, and Grady Shiver puts it through for the second score of the night. 14-0 Calvary leading Oceanside right now. Another look at that touchdown. Caden Jones with 2 already. We'll see what happens if can Oceanside answer. We'll tell you next on the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week. The Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week is brought to you by O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln. Looking for a new truck? Go see O.C. today. And O.C. and everybody else has watched a pretty good clinic so far early in the first quarter by Calvary. You get a nice drive on there, getting the score in, then the pick down to the 1 Easy touchdown, and the Cavaliers have a 14-0 lead.
This is the perfect setup for them at home, coming back to a team that you lost to last year and gaining this confidence, 14-0. But I'll say this, when a team wins back-to-back state championships, they're not going to fold right here. So it'll be a good test from this point.
They are not scared of anybody.
Down by 14. Let's see Oceanside.
Grady Shiver's going to kick it off. He's going to kick it way deep into the end zone to make sure Terrence Williams can't touch that. Anthony Williams can't touch that one. So we'll go back to 4 wides again. Again, they're going to run the air raid offense. Adrian Mandavian, the quarterback, while he did throw that pick, last year threw for 3,469 yards, 19 touchdowns, ran for 211 more, and had two touchdown passes against Irmo in week 1. Coach was saying he's just unflappable. He came in as a freshman ready to play, and every step of the way he's doing it. So we'll see as you see that flag.
I got a personal foul, blindside block on 0. We're going to have half a distance to go, guys.
So that ball goes to the end zone, but still they're going to be pushed back 10. It was Oceanside on a blindside block. Not what you want to see.
Telling you, an ideal start for Calvary, an unideal start for Oceanside.
But when you can run the offense and when you score as many points as they are, Oceanside is not out of anything by any means. This is a team that is battle-tested even with 11 new starters that they have. The coach said they move them around and bring them in and bring them out, so they have to learn how to do this. But the biggest thing to me is you have 4 seniors on that offensive line who are going to protect that quarterback for everything that they have. And Mandavian's got, 19, 20 starts, 20-plus starts. Mandavian's looking deep. He's got a man deep. And almost in and out of the hands of Anthony Williams. You talked about Williams earlier. He's going to Williams a lot.
He's going to Williams, but Williams is going against one of the best cornerbacks in the country in Emerson Puda
Lewis.
He's the baby boy of 3 boys that all play Division I football.
You know, Emerson's out there. Already got some offers. He's wearing a sleeve that says USC, as in not South Carolina, but Southern California.
Like me, Southern Cal.
So,
Calvin from the South.
The other USC, as they like to say around here.
The real USC.
Pump fake right through the hands this time. Williams again a little bit high on this. You wonder if the pressure has gotten a little bit to Mandavian.
Well, I'm going to say this. He's not afraid because he's going at the best corner on Calvary's team, which I wouldn't do.
With his best receivers. So
I still wouldn't do
You go best on best. I guess he feels his best is better than your best. We're going to see when it's finished, and we'll have to see how that matchup turns out.
That sounds good. That's confidence.
So here we are, 3rd and 10, way back from their 10-yard line. That's going to be another false start penalty on Calvary on there. Calvary thinks they have an advantage on that D-line. There's no question. They got to him early, and they've been pressuring him every step.
But you use that aggression against the team, and I'm not even mad at aggression. If it was laziness and you're getting fouls, then that's something different.
I really like Buddy Curry on the inside, too. He does a lot of work for them.
Yes, he does.
Here we are, 3rd and 5 after the penalty. Mandavian back. Looking, had somebody, and then just gets hammered from the outside. They want a fumble out there on the field. They were not getting Kenneth Baker, the junior, just lit up Mandavian from the top.
Hey, he held on to that way too. Oh!
Baker clocked him good, fully legal hit.
Yeah,
he held on to a weight. He had a guy on the cross, the back cross, didn't think he could make it to him, and he waited too long, and the blitz got to him.
You can't hold that ball that long against anybody, and you can't blame your offensive line for that. That was a delayed blitz that got to him.
Baker 4 tackles and 4 hurries against Beach, and another hurry right there, and that meant a lot.
That was more than a hurry.
And there's your 2 deep men one more time.
Number 1.
We're looking again. It's the same ones, Levon Owens and my guy Sean Williams back there. And there's your punt. That will not be Williams. It's going to blow over top of him. He's going to pick it up at the 25 and try to make something out of it.
Oh.
Turning the wrong way and going the wrong way, losing big yardage on that for Calvary. Not what they needed right there.
Great punt right there. Great punt by the punter there.
A really good punt. He was not perfect. That was Ty Pinkney back there for the return. Not great necessarily in the opening. So as we're looking at what's going on the field and what's going on right here on WSAV. See Jason Cameron there, the brand new coach for Calvary Day. And the Sports Zone, you're going to want to get it anytime on demand through our WSAV.com and our future app that we're going to be also downloading for you. The Sports Zone podcast, your local sports leader for everybody. Going in depth on this, Joey Lamar and Colby Zach breaking down game after game from Georgia, South Carolina, and beyond. It's a brand new podcast from WSAV on demand right now at WSAV.com/sportszone. So Calvary again with the ball. Already up 2 touchdowns. Think they got something almost picked off. Bad throw there. Way too many people in the way, and coverage was on top of him. Jordan Wright will get the knockdown.
Yeah, that was a bad read right there. He tried to throw it in between the corner and the safety, and man, that's a tight throw right here. Watch this.
That is by far the biggest, the worst throw that Mobley's made all day. There were 3 guys there. If he didn't get it, the guy behind him on that one would have. That's Michael Strickler, the junior safety, who also would have been in the middle of that.
Great job by the defense.
So Mobley did not see that one correctly. That will lead to 2nd and 10.
Hey, this is a very important possession for the defense.
Absolutely. Here's the handoff to Jones. Pretty good hole. Pulled back down, though. Nice play. Mike Jones with the tackle.
He picked up 3 on that.
Caden Jones is a strong guy. That's Lamarian Thompson, actually, who with the tackle on that one. Caden Jones, a very strong guy, though. You can see off the touchdown run that he made earlier.
Yeah, you're not going to tackle him with 1 tackler.
So now instead, we're going to be 3rd and 7 for Calvary. Up 2 scores, 14-0, 5:27, and clicking here in the first quarter. Mobley's going to go up top. He's got his man, and he overthrows the receiver, Levon Owens, on that. Did have him deep, but under a lot of pressure from the inside.
Well, you rather overthrow it than throw it short and somebody pick it off. So
Joey Harriet right in Mobley's face on that. Now 4th and 5. They were talking about it.
And Mobley is the punter.
Mobley is the punter. He punted a few times last year.
So you always got a threat back there.
I like that when the quarterback is the punter because you never really know. So really interesting with Mobley as the punter. Obviously different situation, but it is another threat, and it's something else they have to worry about, and maybe you can't set up that return quite as easily. Back deep, Terrence Johnson, the wide receiver for Oceanside. Mobley with a very good kick. Johnson will have a return on this. He gets it about the 44. He's up to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 31, 32. There are a couple flags on the field.
Yeah, we got to hold
in 2 different spots. We'll see what the calls are. Most likely holding.
I saw the guy at the 50.
And there's another one down here at the 31, too.
Man.
So I don't know if those are both the same or matching on that. We'll see what the rest have to say.
Just let him go.
Hold him from behind, blocking the back there. Can't really see whatever happened at the 31 either. Too bad because that was a very good return by Johnson.
White holding on the return from the spot. 10 yards. Going to be 1st down.
Okay, so Oceanside will get the ball back. We're going to go down to Hank Tatum on the field. Hank, what you seeing down there?
Well, guys, as this Landshark offense and Aiden Manavia take the field again, while they were on the sidelines, head coach Brent LaPrade sat them down and was very calm. He just said, hey, we got to make sure we catch the ball. We got to make sure we're hitting our throws. And he was telling Manavia that he seems to be throwing off his back foot mainly, so he's got to step into his throws. So we'll see if this Oceanside offense can get things together. Remember, they were down big last week to Irmo, and they almost made the comeback. Guys, back to you.
Hank, that's great coaching by Coach LaPrade, too.
Yeah, but that's easy for Coach LaPrade to say when he's not getting hit. You know what I'm saying?
Not in his face.
But it's good that he has a cool demeanor.
Right.
But stepping into the throw, we saw a couple of times he couldn't have stepped in.
Interesting, Coach LaPrade, the defensive coordinator last year, though, but can see it probably from that level to see what he can get to.
Right.
So we're going to be from the 42-yard line here. Oceanside going to go 5 wides. Quick slant, no. Now again, under pressure one more time.
Good job.
This time Mendavian on the run. He's got his guy. Good turnaround for the apparent catch. Yes, that should be a catch. Cooper Webb there. Gain of about 17 on that. Great turnaround by Webb.
Otherwise, it's on me. We're going to do all the talking, all right?
Yes, sir.
I need to know your last name. Varner, correct?
Yes, sir.
Need to know your last name.
Jones.
I'm a Jones. My last name, Jones. Kerry Jones. Mr. Jones right here, you're going to be the visiting team, okay? Mr. Varner, you the home team. I have a coin. This is heads, and this is tails. Before I throw it in the air, what you calling, Mr. Jones? Everybody heard him.
Tails.
Everybody heard him. He said tails. It's heads. You won the toss. Coach said you want the ball. Now, which goal you want to defend? I mean, which one? Yeah.
We'll defend this goal.
You want to turn your backs this way. Let's shake hands. Let's have a good ball game.
So you got it there. Calvary wins the toss, decides to take the ball. When you have two high-powered offenses like this, do you like the idea of just getting off quick?
I think Calvary needs to get off quick, because if Oceanside wants the ball and want to go spread four, let's try to score and put the pressure on them.
All right, we're going to take it down to our third member of our team, Hank Tatum, right down on the field on the sidelines. Hank?
Well, guys, as you saw last year when these two teams met, it came down to the very final play. But this year, the sidelines look a little bit different, as both teams have brand new head coaches. For Calvary Day, it's Jason Cameron, the former offensive coordinator who took over for the legendary coach before him, who's now the athletic director, who was the 20th most winning coach in Georgia high school football history. And on the other side, it's head coach Brent LaPrade, who took over as the former defensive coordinator for last year's interim head coach John Patterson. And if last year's game was any indication, the two quarterbacks returning are key. James Mobley for Calvary Day had a 36-3 touchdown interception ratio, and Aiden Manavian started his 2025 campaign off strong with 2 touchdowns. It should be another classic brewing here tonight. Andrew, Calvin, back to you guys.
All right, Hank, and you're going to have the front row seat on that one, won't you, Hank, for this? So we're excited to have you down on the field. Calvin, talking about a lot of the players we'll see tonight, but maybe a couple that we're not going to see that could be the keys on this one. Brixton Bell, the star safety for Calvary, is out with a broken foot. How much does that stop them during a game where you got an air raid offense on the other side?
Oh, man, you got to have somebody back there who can pick it up. And
Richmond Hill like me then if that happens.
I heard that.
Friday Night Blitz highlight show right here on WSAV tonight at 11:15. So it's 3rd and 5 now for Oceanside. Adrian Mendavian, the quarterback, the junior. He's going to be under pressure. He's going to throw it. It's dump off, and it's going to go no place under pressure.
Number 55.
So Aiden
Jay Varner. Jay Varner is getting penetration out there.
Varner, you said, has played a really good game, got right in his face. The line had played so well for Oceanside for a couple things, and then Mendavian, there, no time, one more time.
Man, what we doing? What we doing? 14, then 14, then 14, then 14?
21-14 Calvary. This is Oceanside's punt here, second punt of the game for Oceanside.
He did a great job on the first punt.
Jackson Summy kicked him very deep in there and held Calvary back. Now there's a flag. That's going to be a false start.
False start.
Calvary again.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remain 4th down.
So back deep, Levon Owens, the sophomore, as well as your touchdown passer, Mr. Hicks.
Yep.
So far, Mendavian, who threw, as I said, for 3,600 yards last year in this game, 4 of 13 for 70 yards and a touchdown. So Calvary's defense has done what they need to try to hold this explosive offense back.
But the penalties.
Big problem. Good kick again by Sweeney. Nobody's going to touch that. It's going to roll inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Excellent kick.
No, what I mean about the penalties he got on the passes that he didn't get accounted for.
True.
So, I mean, it's not as bad as what it seems.
No.
Because he had like 3 big penalties that, you know.
A very good point, because he had a couple penalties that got him that ended up with points.
Right.
And they rushed that ball in.
Exactly.
So you're absolutely right on that, because sometimes it's the stats you don't see, and that's the case in this one.
No doubt.
So we'll see what Calvary can do now. Once again, they were up 2 scores. After a pick, got them down all the way to the 1-yard line, and they punched it in. 14-0. Oceanside came right back, got a turnover of their own after a touchdown drive. They pushed it in, tied it up at 14. Calvary just on a halfback pass took it in for the score, and there's the run up the middle to Caden Jones again, and Jones is going to get good yardage. He'll get almost 6'5", maybe 6 on that.
You know what? I might need to take all these numbers tonight and tomorrow night win the $1 billion.
Why not?
Yeah, give me those numbers, guys.
See whatever works. You know, maybe Caden Jones's number could be the winner for you. You don't know.
And Gaspar, I got to have him.
Guys, you got to have Gaspar in there, too. James Mobley done a very good job so far. Quick toss to the outside.
Oh, good tackle. Good
That's MJ
tackle.
Knight, who's going to get nothing out of that. In fact, may have lost a yard. He did lose 2 on that one. So
Good
Knight's
tackle.
4th catch gets him 2 yards backwards.
Number 5 on that tackle, I think.
That was a very nice tackle by Jordan Wright, the corner, as he was getting blocked, too,
Man.
and still was able to put him down.
Great job by Jordan Wright.
That screen pass had worked a couple times. Good job by Oceanside sniffing that out and not letting it happen again. Here's Mobley. Not going to hand it to Jones.
Woo!
Instead, he's fully under pressure.
Money.
Sawyer Arnold. His nickname
Money
is
Man.
Money Man, and he's making some money on that
man.
one.
Let's watch the Money Man work.
Sawyer Arnold from the outside shows that quickness.
He working hard. Working harder than any Money Man I've ever seen.
Takes it right there, beats the block, and nothing doing for Mobley. Huge
Good
sack,
job.
and that's going to end up in the second punt of the day for Calvary.
Our broadcast just went back to the opening kickoff, according to people in the booth. Okay.
Mobley, your quarterback, also your punter. He's going to get this one off, and he's going to kick it into the corner, trying to get it away from the receiver. And he will, down to the 41-yard line.
Good punt.
Pretty good punt there. Mobley not the best punter, but the direction on that one is the key for everything that's going on.
Well, it's the threat of him, and he has sure hands back there. If something goes wrong, you trust your quarterback to not panic and get the ball off. So.
Well, and Terrence Johnson on that other side is one of your best receivers and quick, and has already proven that he can get distance. Both he and Williams, Anthony Williams, can get some yards after the catch.
So you rather have a guy back there with sure hands and won't panic than somebody back there that's just a specialist.
I am looking at Lamarian Thompson, number 77 there, playing guard. He's a large piece of humanity for a guard, too.
Hey, I might run it right up his backside.
He's a big guy out there, and Mike Jones right next to him is no small man either.
He got a good name, Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. Here's Mendavian.
Woo!
Big stick.
Ooh.
Lewis.
Okay.
On Muncie. Muncie catches it. Lewis stops him in his track. Gain of 1.
Okay, all right. Good job by Lewis, but keep your head.
Lewis has not had the best game so far. He's trying to build it up and build it up. He is one of the best corners, if not the best corner in our area.
And they testing him tonight.
We said best on best, and they've got 2 excellent receivers that Lewis is working on every step.
Yes, they do.
Mendavian looking, then he goes to the other side instead. Quick
Oh,
toss.
great tackle.
That'll get you 2, let's say, on that. Cooper Webb with the catch.
And Scotty Walker on the tackle. Good job, Scotty Walker.
That secondary is going to be under fire. So far, they have lived up to expectations of Coach Cameron.
I watched the game last night with NC State and East Carolina. East Carolina got one of the best defensive backfields I've seen this year, which was the first game, I can say that. So, but they got a good, lively defensive backfield, just like Calvary Day.
Here's Mendavian back to pass, under some pressure, able to get it off and get it quickly over there.
Woo!
Good catch. Terrence Johnson's going to break a tackle, and he could go the ball much last year at all. 30 rushes for 91 yards all year long. So the interesting part to use this as part of the game, maybe that they didn't last year.
Meredith, number 9, is very active on the defense right here.
He's Scotty Walker, the senior. He had 43 tackles last year, so. I'm sorry, Reese Meredith. I'm looking at Calvary. First game of the year, Calvin. I'm still getting my legs underneath me here. So 2nd and 1 after the gain of about 4. They'll go tight formation with 1 wide out. Mobley hands it, no, fakes it to Jones on the play action. He'll get over the middle, and it's underthrown. Looks like a miscommunication there. No receiver anywhere in the area.
I think the receiver ran the wrong route. I always blame the receiver because the quarterback is the man with the ball in his hand.
Well, we talk about the need when you play a beach and you don't have to play as much and you don't have to do as much maybe as you would otherwise. So they're still really in first game and a half almost.
And when you're looking at games like this and you have a wide receiver, he may have an option, and he may have chose a different option.
And with one wide receiver on that option, you knew it was something different that they were going to,
Exactly.
too. We've got 2 on the right side, this time 1 on the left on 3rd and 1. Jones still in the backfield. He is their bell cow. He's going to get a lot of carries today, including right there. He's got to cut through the outside. Nice cut back. He'll gain about 9 on that one. So Caden Jones, nice vision on that.
If they show the replay, let's watch number 0. They got him to come up the field, and he just blocked himself. He ran himself right out of the play. He's very aggressive, though.
He's a D end out there. Sawyer.
The money man.
The money man. He calls himself the money man.
Oh, he
Sawyer
calls
Arnold.
himself the money man?
He calls the money man. That's his nickname, he said.
Man, you got to live up when you call yourself a name. When other people call you a name, then it's different. But when you call it yourself, then wow.
Then
lot
watch
of
it out, right? There's Mobley. He's going to hand it to Jones again. Big hole up the middle. Jones will get a bunch of yards, and then he's going to drive it all the way in the end zone for the score. 13-yard touchdown for Caden Jones. You saw the cut. You saw the elusiveness. Now you saw the strength.
Hey, let's watch Lawson Benson and Bryce Terry on this block.
The guard and the tackle on the right side.
Yeah, they led him right into the end zone.
Take a look. You need those big guys up front, and they did. Big hole, but then he did the rest.
That's right. Got a hand on the man.
He was able to drag Sean Williams.
For 3 yards.
Going to drag him right back in. Sorry, not Sean Williams on that one. Cole Gaspar into the end zone. So it's 6-0 Calvary that quick. That's the quick strike on both of these teams. So don't think, 7-0, this ball game's over by any means. Oceanside has an absolutely explosive offense.
I love that name, Cole Gaspar. Man, that's nice.
Caden Jones thought it was nice when he carried him in on that one, too. So Calvary takes a 7-0 lead on a drive that lasts a little over almost 5.5 minutes. You saw a little bit of everything there, too. I think what I liked the best was watching Mobley run because he's quick and he didn't do it much, and it's another option to that offense.
You're exactly right. Now I have to prepare for everything. Like, if he pull it, I don't have to worry about the running back, but I got to worry about –
this year they're hoping it's getting better. Mobley does have a man upfield, and he's going to be, it's going to be in the hands of Owens. As we said, 2,500 yards and 36 touchdowns. So it's not like you're going to think he's going to run that much, and you can't wait for it.
Yeah, and he lost like Thomas Blackshear.
Among other, and Dupa Coleman as well, by the way, who's over at App State right now. So you lost both your receivers.
D1.
You're looking at that together. They accounted for 32 touchdowns. 2 yards.
What I love about the throw is he threw it to the open space away from the defender and let him run and find it.
Exactly.
It
knew he had him. I didn't think Owens had the extra gear, and he proved he did.
But he knew he didn't have any safety out there. There was no safety on that side. Just throw it up.
Play. First down.
Perfect play. When you know your receivers and know their speed, but also know the situation. We watched it earlier with what Mobley did when he saw the 2 guys against 1 for the screen. Again, he's growing as a quarterback every year. He's just a junior, but he played so much already.
And when you can look at the defense and see what they give you, and the play design probably took the safety out of the play.
Mobley up top. He's going to throw it over to Hicks. Hicks is going to break a tackle. 2 tackles, and he's in for the score. How about Hicks?
Great game right here. Great game right here.
He throws a touchdown, and now Jalen Hicks catches one, takes it in the end zone, 21 yards for the score. Calvary takes another lead.
I think Jason Cameron is still the OC of this team right here. I see him calling the plays.
He is.
And he's calling a good game.
Well, Mark Stroud did a lot of the calling until Cameron came here, too.
But listen, you can call plays, but you can't call that toughness, like just running through a defender, and that was a great job.
Remember those guys we were talking about before that went to college? We're not talking about them anymore. We're focused on the guys we have and the guys on this field, and they are proving they are just as good long-term as those other guys.
And look like the same numbers, too. 3 and all that.
This was Hicks who threw one earlier and then caught it this time. Done a great job. Shiver is going to be up, and it's good. 28-21 with 5:36 left in the second quarter.
Yeah, I take the over plus the 20.
Better call home. You're not getting home early tonight, Cal.
I don't ever get home early.
This weekend on WSAV, of course, we got the Friday Night Blitz highlight show tonight. Lots of highlights here and across the entire area. Newcastle and Leeds tomorrow morning, well, tomorrow afternoon, 12:30 on this one. The Nashville Derby for horse racing. If you want to bet on something, Cal, you can bet on that one instead. New Mexico and Michigan for Big Ten Saturday night. First time to get at that. And then the Incredible Dog Challenge. You want to talk about some athletes, the explosive training? How about the Incredible Dog Challenge? Dave's got some athletes there, no question.
I'm not challenging a dog, I'm telling you that.
And Tales from the Ryder Cup. We are a month away from the Ryder Cup. They just announced the teams, so big doings. Ryder Cup coming up for everybody right here on NBC in about a month. It's the one that the Americans want bad. There's the kickoff from Shiver, and that's going to go deep into the end zone again for another touchback. So they'll start at the 20.
Okay.
So we said, okay, how does Calvary respond? I'd like to say, well, Oceanside's going to have trouble, but every time they have responded, if you're coach over there, what are you telling your guys?
Hey, we're in this game. They can't stop us. We can't seem to stop them. I'm over there trying to get my defense to give me one stop because that might be what it comes to.
Both teams have one turnover. Nobody stopped anybody. We've had 4 punts combined.
I saw a game the other night where nobody could stop anybody, and they were on the 1 yard line, and it was the last. Oh, arena football. Championship game, defense couldn't stop nobody. Last play of the game on the 1 yard line, they stopped and they grabbed the ball and stopped them from going in.
This is starting to look like arena football the way they're throwing it around.
All you need is one stop, look like it.
On a much bigger field with some great athletes.
Yeah.
So 4 wides here in this air raid offense for Oceanside Collegiate up against Calvary. Calvary in the purple, Oceanside in the white, resetting. Calvary just took the 28-21 lead here in the second quarter. Mendavian up top, and he's got his man again. It is Johnson. Terrace Johnson will get down to the 40-yard line. By the way, that's another 40-yard pass.
Listen, man, Terrence Johnson is absolutely whooping the defensive backfield right now.
They've moved Johnson side to side on this one. 40 yards on that catch. Good throw by Mendavian and beat the outside corner on that. Sean Williams wasn't able to catch up to him, and Johnson will get down there for the 40-yard gain.
Yeah, great job by Johnson.
And Mendavian's got another man right on the cross,
oh,
and he's open, and he's going to get down to the 19.
Hey, these boys are putting it up, man, both teams.
22 yards on that catch by Cooper Webb.
Oh, both teams are.
And suddenly they're back in the red zone one more time.
Hey, man, halftime we got to have a pep talk for the defenses.
Cooper Webb, 22 yards. We're to the 19, keeping it moving. No huddle. Again, looking, Mendavian looking again, somebody's going to get pulled from behind. He gets it off, and it's, in and out of the hands of his receiver. Almost caught for another touchdown by Anthony Williams.
Hey, let's count how long this play took to, get off, man.
It took longer for the play than it did for them to get up to the line and snap the ball, I believe.
I agree.
And great job by Mendavian to keep it going and still make a pretty good throw, considering he was getting pulled down from behind.
8 seconds.
Good speed, by the way.
8 seconds.
Jay Varner, you talked to him about, came up with some great speed to get to Mendavian
closing.
and made him make a throw that probably could have been a TD without him there.
And we talking about an inside lineman that's putting that pressure on. That's pretty good.
Here's Mendavian. He's looking for his man. A lot of flag, and that's going to be another touchdown.
And, oh, my
Working
goodness.
on Lewis. They were going to throw the flag on him anyways.
Goodness.
And Terrence Johnson up and over Lewis for the score.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
We'll see if I'm right, but it sure looked like they were going to throw that on Lewis for bumping him.
Strong
and nobody
hands.
seems to worry about it, and that will be another touchdown for Terrence Johnson.
Strong hands over there. Strong hands. Oh, my God.
I mean, up and up.
Strong hands. Watch these hands.
Oh.
Strong hands to finish the play.
He finished the play, and Lewis was right there with him. It did not stop him in one breath on that one. Man. By the way, again, let's talk about the fact Lewis is getting major offers because he's such a good corner. And right now, Johnson is doing a great job and working him in some corners.
Yes, he is. This kid here is a player. He's a player. He's a player.
And Lewis has not played a bad game.
No.
Johnson has been there up over top of him or doing what he needs to, the strong hands you talked about.
Yeah, let me tell you this. Lewis is playing physical, and this is what you're going to see at the next level. But this kid here is fighting through it and just playing to the end. And they both getting high-level work right now.
Absolutely.
And if you go over to the other side, you
Same
still
thing.
Yes.
Terrence Johnson, by the way, a nice line for a first half, I guess. 4 receptions, 129 yards, and 3 scores. Taj, our stats guy, may have broken his fingers by the time he's done in the first half because he's had to type so many different plays and so many yards so far.
That's all right. I'm going to see if anybody's in the crowd can work on his fingers at halftime.
Okay, we'll help him out someplace because he may need it by the second half if this keeps up. All right, so 4:40 left in the second quarter. We're tied at 28.
You cramping? I hope he's not cramping up. He got one
you need
cramping.
those electrolytes you were talking about
I got
earlier,
mine,
so
yeah.
The only person working hard, those guys on the field, may be Taj right now.
Yes, indeed.
So. All right, 28 all, 4:40 left. Yes, that is correct on your screen. 4:40 left in the second quarter.
56 points. 56 points right now.
I knew they'd score. I don't know if I would have thought they would have scored this much in the first half.
Man, I love it.
And here we go again. There's Owens, and Owens is going to cut it back. Had it the 20, cuts back.
Get down.
He's going to get down just short of the 20, so probably didn't lose anything.
Yeah, don't do too much.
It's getting a little feisty out there. I'm seeing a few guys, I think from a defensive perspective especially, how angry are you on the field right now watching these teams on both sides run up and down the field on you?
You should be angry with yourself. You can't get out of it mentally as far as playing defense on either side. You can't get mad at the other team. It's their job to score. It's your job to stop them.
And I would ask you, what can the secondary do right now? I think the secondaries both, weird to say, have not played a bad game.
No.
The receivers on both sides have done everything to make this work.
Well, you can go to a zone or something because everybody's getting beat man up. Like, and
a couple bombs recently, too. They went short. Now it's going deep. All right, let's start it back over again. James Mobley, the quarterback. Caden Jones, your running back. He's going to go up the middle. He'll get 1, maybe 2 yards on that one. Pulled down in the middle by multiple tacklers.
Yeah, I mean, running the ball is working, but I'm telling you, throwing the ball is working a whole lot better for all teams.
Yes, the idea is keep the clock, give your defense a break.
Hey, let's look up the quarterback's stats now.
We'll get there. Taj, we're working on Taj here. He's got to still catch up.
I'm sorry, Taj. I'm giving you too much.
Taj's first game. We're asking a lot of him,
we talked earlier about how his stats look. And
so let's look. We're going to look at Mandavian and Mobley's in just a couple minutes as we get into the slow part here, if there is a slow part. Here's Mobley. He's going to go deep one more time.
Okay.
He's going to overthrow his receiver this time. That's one of the few bad passes we've seen all day.
I don't know if it's bad because,
it hit the ground. It didn't hit somebody's hands.
Yeah.
And deep is interesting because now everybody's going to be thinking deep. Does that lead to some crossers and things like that?
If he chooses to throw it there, because sometimes you get your mind so set on big plays that you forget that you got somebody crossing across the middle.
And does this mean Caden Jones has more room to run as well?
And maybe throw it to him out the backfield.
That worked one time,
the same wheel route, yeah.
Mobley under a lot of pressure. He's going to get pulled down for a sack, but then there's a flag that could be a hold, could be a face mask.
Might have called a horse collar, or a holding.
There's a lot of grabbing, so we'll see what it turns out to be.
He's looking at their sideline, though.
The big difference on this one.
Holding.
I think the guy from the outside had him beat, and he grabbed him to try to save his quarterback.
And you save him by not letting him grab him like that.
Love to take a look at that if we could to see exactly what happened there. That's a holding which will be declined.
Going to be 4th down.
Okay, we talked about.
I think that's Arnold again from the outside, wasn't it? Sawyer Arnold.
We talked about defenses, but these defenses have stopped each other a couple of times.
This is 5 punts. We're in a game where we have 56 points on the board, and this is the 5th punt of the game.
Yeah,
so I mean, both teams move the offense quickly.
This is crazy. This is a good game.
This is, as you said, high-level athletes playing against high-level athletes. This is what both coaches wanted. Oh, almost
Yes.
blocked on that one. Mobley does a great job in just getting it off. He's going to get a good bounce to his advantage on that one, and they'll get it inside the 50 at about the 49-yard line. So 3:26 left in the second quarter, and Oceanside will get up on offense.
Okay.
So, and you don't look at 3:26 and think, well, we have to milk clock. I think there's no milk and clock. You keep moving the way you have, especially if you're Oceanside.
And it's a short field right now.
49 yards or 50 yards is not much.
Short field.
You think they might see Terrence Johnson on the field someplace?
Terrence, Mr. Williams.
Williams looked like the star at the beginning, and Johnson has taken over in the last quarter.
Hey, I love it. I love it. When you got that many weapons, man. And you said last week they turned the ball over how many times?
4 times last week.
And still stayed
2
within
picks.
a good game.
They were within 1, basically, yeah.
Man.
Lewis now on, Williams on the outside. We'll see with Johnson, who's on the top of your screen. Williams on the other side. Anthony Williams has been good in the first quarter. It's been all Terrence Johnson ever since. Again, they're going at Lewis with Williams. And Lewis is going to get the pick. There is a flag. We'll see what the call is.
Offensive interference right here.
Lewis got tired of getting picked on and came up with a great play.
Good job. Good job.
They thought they could beat him deep. They had before. No chance here. Lewis says, reminder, I am that good.
Well,
Pass interference on offense. He elected to decline. Will be first down.
A little bit overthrown. Lewis did his great job.
This is the thing. It's like being a quarterback. Cornerback and quarterbacks, they can't worry about how many times they've been caught on, because guess what? They're coming again.
Well,
so if you let that stick in your mind, you could be beat all night.
And we talked about best on best.
Right.
You got the best of me once. You got the best of me twice. You're not going to get me the third time, is what Lewis said,
right.
And just walked away with the pick.
So you have to respect both parties. You know what I'm saying on that part.
And talking about turnovers, that's 2 picks now that Mandavian has thrown.
Wow.
So he's had a good game, but he's thrown 2 picks at the same time, which is what Coach said. You can't make the turnovers. Coach LaPrade knew he needed to get a clean slate from his quarterback. There's a handoff to Jones. Jones will get it to the outside, 2-3 yards maybe tops.
But I do like the confidence in the quarterback that he don't give a flip who out there. He got some wide receivers that can make plays for me, and they have made plays for me. Why wouldn't I try it?
Well, I couldn't throw it that far, but you and I could make some plays with those receivers.
One-on-one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One-on-one.
Well, and it's worked.
You keep saying best on best. So if I believe in my best, then guess what?
It's a good tackle on the outside, by the way. I want to give credit to E.J. Bogstad in there. He did a good job with the tackle on the outside. Gain of about 3. Mobley taking his time. They're slowing this down a little bit. It's interesting. Calvary, I think, says, I want to get the last possession of this game, even if it means we go into half-tied. There's Mobley back to pass again. Looking deep again. And it's going to be picked this time. Mobley, and it's going to be intercepted right there by Jordan Wright, the corner, and his knee or arm went down. There's a lot of question. There's a flag. Sawyer Arnold for Oceanside.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. 15 yards. Automatic first down.
Who's going to get this flag? Let's see. Oh, came in late from the left side.
Had to be
hard
real
to
late.
see. It was pretty rough, but it's hard to see. You can see the flash of the player at the end.
Man.
And some of that looks especially violent because Mobley's not that big.
Yeah,
but he hit him pretty good.
That's
I'll
a
tell
big
you.
mistake.
It's a hard one when you're throwing deep to get a good look from our cameras on that, but I promise you could see that flash from the left side. And what a huge turnaround for both teams. That was
mistake.
A pick. Oceanside in position. Instead, Calvary's going to get a first down. So they're at the 29-yard line.
28, I might run this clock out.
2:18. They started to run a little bit last time. I think they'd rather go in tied, guarantee tie, if they can. And there's Jones. Again, Jones gets 3, maybe 4.
Okay, tell me this. What would be your philosophy right now? What would you try to do?
I like what they're doing because Oceanside has proven they can score in a minute or less with the receivers they have. So Calvary, hang on to the ball, make a play or two, go deep or find something. Maybe you can kick a field goal or maybe you can get down for the touchdown, but rock this clock down to inside a minute if you can.
I don't know. I may try to score because they get the ball first coming out in the second half.
2 timeouts.
Steal me a possession right here. I need to take advantage of this possession because it looks like who get the ball last is going to win the game.
You're a gambler, too, so it'll be interesting to see. Is your gamble going to pay off? Well, we'll find out. Mobley back to pass again under a lot of pressure. Again, he's just going to throw this one away. That's the other thing now. You're in position. He's getting a lot of pressure on him because they're just teeing off.
I like what you say about me being a gambler. I'm not a gambler. I hate losing more than I love winning.
Well, nobody likes losing.
No, I'm just saying. I hate losing more than I like winning because if I like winning, I can win. I can let somebody else win or protect the win. I want to not lose. I want to beat the guy in front of me. Yeah.
And I think your point is right because Calvary does get the ball to start that second. No, they give it up to Oceanside.
Right. So that's why I wouldn't go in like this. I go in with a little momentum coming out a little bit up.
But now you're at a 3rd and 7 with 1:31 left, too. So do you run the ball here? Now, they're going to call a timeout first to set this up and to figure out what they want to do. Do you run Caden Jones here, make Oceanside call a timeout at least with 1:31? You'll find out soon enough. So meanwhile, while we've got a barn burner right here tonight on the Friday Night Blitz at 11:15 on WSAV, we've got more than a dozen games. Joey, I believe, said 19 earlier on. Savannah Christian in there. Andrew Jackson versus Bluffton. Speaking of a team that throws the ball all around the field, that's the Bluffton Bobcats right now. Long County, Johnson. We don't know what some of these teams have yet. I really do like Hilton Head Island, by the way. James Island is no slouch. That should be a tough game for both of them.
I remember about 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago, Bluffton had some guys on the outside that could do it.
Watch Amari Patterson, who's one of their wide receivers, and the other gentleman who I'm spacing on his name, but he's going to North Carolina, so he's already there.
Both of those?
Both. Patterson is a junior coming from Bluffton, or from Beaufort over to Bluffton.
Wow.
He's a star on the other side. That guy's already going to North Carolina, and I'm forgetting his name offhand, and I'm terrible for that, and I apologize, but he's got a scholarship in hand already. Tonight on the Friday Night Blitz, you're going to see highlights from that Bluffton game, among others, so we'll get to see what he is, and I promise I'll get the name for you by the second half because he's worth it. 11:15 on WSAV.
We might still be playing.
We could be. It could be 11:20. It could be 11:30. It could be, who knows. Well, here we are, 3rd and 7. Calvary looking to try to take this in the half or get some more yardage. He's going to throw it up. He will get it to the outside to Owens, but Owens will get maybe 3.
Another
I would
roughing.
expect Oceanside to call a timeout.
Another roughing. Another
roughing the passer.
A late hit on him. Very late.
Got a personal foul, roughing the passer. 15 added on the end of the run.
Talk about shooting yourself in the foot right now for Oceanside.
We're going
2 from that side on that one. Joey Harriet hit him just too late. He puts up his hands at the end. Unfortunately, the rest had already caught it. That's 30 yards in penalties. Both times, one was an interception. That was a loss on downs. So suddenly, Calvary back in business. 1:22 left.
Now my aggression speeds up right
I agree.
Here. Now, before you were right. Just run it, try to see what we can do, get a couple of first downs. I'm across the 50-yard line. I get more aggressive right here.
I really want to see a draw play right here, though, because they're coming off the edges at him.
They only have one timeout, so they got to get first downs or get outside, throw it to the outside.
They got it right over the middle. Great catch by Hicks right
First
there.
down.
Jalen Hicks with an excellent catch. He's done a fantastic job in this game.
Yes, I'm telling you, this is a high-level game right here.
You're looking at a whole bunch of wide receivers on the outside that should go someplace on the next round, and some of them are only sophomores and juniors.
Exactly. That's the good thing.
And by the way, let's not take anything away from Mobley, who's thrown some really nice passes too. Mobley's going to throw a quick screen to the outside. It's going to get there. Did not get out of bounds. He did need to get out of bounds on that one, did MJ Knight, but he was not able to. Good form tackle on that one. Oceanside playing a number of players, by the way, too.
I might have used the timeout right there.
Clock ticking, 31 seconds left. Devontae Green with the tackle for Oceanside. There's Mobley. He's going to fake it. He's going to run to the outside.
Run it.
He should run it to the outside. He's got yardage and room, and he's going to go down to the 20, and they'll throw the late flag for late hit.
Man, they're killing it.
Well, it won't be 45 yards in this case. It'll be a little less than that. It'll be about 12 and a half. But still, that's 3 personal foul penalties on this drive. Oceanside coaches have to be going crazy on the sideline.
They picked it up.
They picked it up.
What?
Well, I didn't have a good look. Somebody threw it.
He picked it up. Well.
And I don't know if he took him down. We couldn't see if he took him down.
Yeah,
so.
But he hit him out while he was stepping out of bounds.
They did pick it up. Okay, so it's just to the 18. Still 19 seconds left. Calvary does have a timeout left, so they can throw it over the middle. Oceanside's going to call their own timeout on defense.
Good timeout.
Good timeout by them. So Calvary now in field goal range. Sure. Well, we've been talking about all the great wide receivers we've had here, Calvin, and brought up a few names, but boy, we've got a couple that are in the high levels right now from Calvary who've moved on to the next level. We're talking about them here. You're going to see video in just a second. So
Sellers out of the gun, working out the right hash mark. Going to roll to the right side, trying to get the back of the end zone to Smith. Caught! Touchdown! Touchdown, Carolina!
That's Michael Smith, who was the tight end from Calvary just a year or two ago, playing for South Carolina. You see him there. Oh, by the way, Jake Merklinger, the former quarterback, competing for that starting quarterback job with Tennessee. We're going to find out this week how much he gets to play. Thomas Blacksher, he could get a starting wide receiver spot for Georgia potentially, or at least be in the mix for it. And we talked about Terry Simmons. He's a defensive tackle with the Duke Blue Devils. By the way, we didn't mention two other guys that everybody was talking about last year and every year out there. You're talking about Dupa Coleman, who's over with there. There's Donovan Johnson, who left to go to IMG, and now with Michigan as well. So you're looking at a lot of different guys. We didn't put on there Ed Dupa Coleman. He had 13 touchdowns. He's at App State. We talked about Blacksher and Walter Buddy Mathis playing for LSU. You saw him pop up in that graphic too. So a little bit everything from Calvary last year.
I talked to a couple of people from Georgia. Give Blacksher a year or two. It's going to be a player for him.
Maybe this year too, at the rate things are going.
They deep at wide receiver.
Here's 19 seconds left. Mobley up the middle. He's going to get it to his man, almost just out of his hands there.
Man.
Of Hicks, who has made a couple circus catches already and almost made that one.
That's a good play. Good play by the defense and the offense.
Really, it was a good throw by Mobley, right in his hands, a little bit outstretched. Good defensive play by Jordan Wright, the corner, the senior corner.
Yeah, I noticed Jordan Wright out there earlier when I was walking the field. He's bow-legged. Man, if a kid is bow-legged, he's probably a freak of an athlete.
Timeout this time. They didn't say. Here's Friday Night Blitz tonight at 11:15. More of the games that we're all talking about. Effingham County, New Hampstead. New Hampstead usually can put a lot of points on the board. They're a little bit down this year. Effingham County has something to prove. They believe they can take it a long way in the playoffs.
Man, Effingham, they stacked. They got some guys over there. They got a safety over there that can play. They got some wide receivers that can play. They got a quarterback that
who can play too.
Yeah.
Vidalia and Tatnall, that's sort of out in your area that you deal with a lot. Vidalia always has a good team. And Swainsboro Metter is one of those close rivalries. They don't like each other much.
Yeah, I like Swainsboro. They got a young quarterback that they inserted in the first game. Got a nice offensive line. Swainsboro got a good team over there.
This would tell you a lot about Metter, too, who's always a good team, or about Swainsboro, because Swainsboro's good. If they can take Metter down, this could mean a lot for that team. So 11:15 on WSAV, the Friday Night Blitz. There's Mobley. He's going to go up top. He's looking for his man. There's a little bit of contact. Nothing will be called, though.
Good ball.
It's a pretty good ball. The only one who could catch it was Knight out there again, and he went up for the other one from Hicks. So you got 7 seconds left, 3rd and 10. You got to think they're going to do something very similar to just what they did one more time. I would assume if you're, he probably should have brought that in.
Yeah.
Looking at that replay.
Good ball.
Do you roll coverage tonight if you can? They got 2 wide receivers this way. Mobley's looking right back to right. Looking right back, and it's going to be off the hands of the defender who probably should have picked that.
Yeah, they both.
Mobley got away with one there. They knew exactly what he was going to do.
He threw a great ball to him and a great ball to the other guy. Man.
This ball's a little bit past his guy, and they knew exactly what to do.
Same play.
Just off the hands of the defender. DeMonte Green, the sophomore cornerback. By the time he's a senior, I bet you he catches that one.
But can I tell you something? This could be the the difference in the game right here.
Haven't seen anything. Grady Shiver is going to kick this one from 35. Shiver was 3 of 3 last year. His long was 37. Oceanside will try to ice the kicker on this one. So potentially you get 3, and Calvary could go in with a lead after a wild first half.
3-0, start of the second half.
That's what it could be.
That gives you an advantage because nobody has had the advantage this whole entire game.
And that's what Calvary's looking for, any little advantage, especially at home, where the crowd can get back into it. Because listen how quiet it is comparatively. Even when they're driving, it's not been the frenzy that it was at the beginning of this game.
I didn't see the game last year, and it came down to a last-minute kick. So, man, I'm just saying, it looks exactly the same that you have 2 evenly matched teams that it's going to come down to, like, the end again.
Very different game, 16-15 last year.
Right.
So both of these defenses have a lot to prove, or these offenses have just gotten exponentially better than they were last year.
And maybe both of these defenses are very, very young.
True. And it's only the second game. Let's look at that, too. What are both these teams going to look like by game 8 or game 9?
Yeah. And Oceanside has a real big.
Not doing the field goal or they're acting like it at least. They're trying to see if they can maybe get 5 more yards.
They got a timeout also.
Oceanside has burned all 3 of theirs. Cameron was hoping to get a little something out of it. Just
use them.
Why
all.
not? You
Use
don't take them with you. So.
Your pockets don't, I mean, you carry them in with your pockets, it don't mean anything.
But it's an interesting play. I mean, Shiver's right, last year at least, right on the edge of where he could kick them. So I'll be interested to see, has he, grown a year, so you never know what his leg holds up and how will he do. And this is a pressure situation, which he really wasn't in a ton of last year. For Calvary, the one that he missed was against Oceanside. So here we are, just to reset for you, 28-all, 3 seconds left in the second quarter. It's been a back-and-forth game. 2 turnovers for Oceanside. 1 led directly to a touchdown. 1 turnover for Calvary, which led directly to a touchdown again. Otherwise, it's been bomb after bomb, a lot of passing offense with a little bit of running mixed in, and we've had a heck of a first half. This is Grady Shiver, the kicker for Calvary, looking to give his team a lead going into the half. Kick is up, and the kick is good from 35. Grady Shiver will give Calvary a 31-28 lead going to the half. Calvin, you said that was huge.
That looked good, too.
It looked very good.
Yes.
Well, what's been good is this first half so far. We'll be back with a lot for you, including highlights from this half and much, much more, including a weather forecast. Is it going to cool down at all? I don't think the action's going to. 31-28 Calvary at the half right here on the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
That kick looked good.
You better go for that job and get packed. Maya bringing me a soda. I just want something to drink.
Or visit our website at calvaryschool.com.
Because they ain't got no bangs. Now don't come over here bothering her. Now she gonna want you. Nah. See, they look. They used to burn the end of it and stick it through the ear. Oh yeah, anything that's gonna melt it and go right through. And keep it in there so it can stay open for a minute. She like, get out my face, get her. I know that's right.
Now back to the Friday Night Blitz game of the week and your Georgia Department of Public Health at the half.
Don't adjust your screens. The halftime score is indeed 31-28 Calvary. The offensive has sparkled. The defensive have made plays. This has been a game to remember. And by the way, we got 24 minutes still left. Andrew Davis here with Calvin Wilson from Explosive Sports Training. I can barely talk because I've already had too much. I'll tell you, Calvin, the defenses are going to get lit up for what they did in the first half, but it's been an offensive show because of the pinpoint passing of both quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't know if you can blame anything. I mean, it's just the one-on-ones and guys just beating guys one-on-one. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know if you can explain it other than just high-level football, which is what we've got here. You got a lot of the fans in the crowd hoping for a little bit more. They're thrilled that they got a 3-point lead right now, but they want more and want more. Well, the mission of the Coastal Health District is to improve the health of those who live, work, and play in Bryan, Camden, Chatham, Effingham, Glynn, Liberty, Long, and McIntosh counties by preventing disease, injury, and disability, and promoting health and well-being and preparing for and responding to disasters. Tonight, we're talking about hurricanes and how the Coastal Health District can save you in the event of a storm. Here's Ginger Heidel with the Georgia Department of Public Health at the half.
I'm Ginger Heidel with the Coastal Health District, and I am here tonight with Todd Wyckoff, who is the Emergency Preparedness Director of the Coastal Health District. And Todd, we're going to talk about hurricanes tonight, specifically the Hurricane Registry. Now, that is a list that all of the county health departments along the coast maintain of people who might need a little bit of assistance in an evacuation because they've got medical challenges or maybe some functional challenges and they don't have transportation. So let's break it down and talk about who would be appropriate for the health department's hurricane registry and who might not be. Can you give me some examples of who belongs on that registry?
So absolutely. So on the functional access needs, it would be individuals that may be in a wheelchair or on oxygen and just need a little extra assistance. And they can go to a regular Red Cross shelter. On the medical support side, it could be individuals who are bedridden at home and have care at home, and they just can't get anywhere because trying to move is difficult. So one of the common denominator we have is that transportation piece. They lack the means for transportation, and we want to assist with that.
And so these are people who they live at home. You know, they either require some additional medical support at home or they have some mobility issues like you mentioned, but they're able to live at home, but when it comes to an evacuation, they just don't have the means to get out. But we're not talking about individuals in a nursing home or assisted living facility, right?
That's correct. The folks that are in an inpatient facility, such as a nursing home or a hospital, they by law are required to evacuate those individuals when it is necessary to do so to protect them. So they would not be on our registry.
Okay, so if someone is watching this and either they feel like they might belong on the hurricane registry, or maybe they know a neighbor, someone who belongs to their church who might belong on the registry, what do they need to do next?
So sure, they can actually go to our website and or call our hotline or any one of our health departments in the Coastal Health District, and they can be assisted to walk through the process and see if they actually are going to be able to be on our registry and if they fit that requirement. But any of our health departments can help.
Is there any fee for belonging on the hurricane registry?
Absolutely not. It's free. It's a service that we want to assist you with in getting you out of harm's way during a hurricane approach.
Okay, and let's talk about timing. You know, it's sometimes hard for people to think about the importance of planning for a hurricane when the skies are blue and there's nothing threatening the coast. But that is really when we need people to start calling and getting on the registry, not waiting until the last minute. Walk me through why that's so important.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a resource issue and a safety issue. You know, our registry is open all year long. You can get on the registry. But at 72 hours, we have to have made that decision to get people out, and we have to stop adding to that list so that we can safely get them to another location and with the resources that we have. So it is very imperative that you do it ahead of time.
So bottom line is, if you think you might belong on the registry or you know someone who might belong on the registry, now is the time to contact the health department to see if you do belong on that registry and get that process started.
That is absolutely correct. The sooner the better.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Todd.
Anytime.
All right, thanks so much, Ginger. And we want to remind you the WSAV Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week brought to you by the Coastal Health District, improving health for those who live, work, and play in the coastal counties of Southeast Georgia. Learn how the Georgia Department of Public Health can help at coastalhealthdistrict.org. Not much help there for any of the defenses so far. The offensive have dominated this one. Calvary with a late field goal to take a late lead, 31-28 at half. More of the Friday Night Blitz halftime show next. Excellent.
Now, more of the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week halftime show, sponsored by the Georgia Department of Public Health.
I think we're all pretty glad it's halftime. We need a break after a wild and wacky first half for everybody. 31-28, Calvary leading Oceanside in a game that you have missed out a lot if you missed the first half, but we got a lot more to come, too. And with Andrew Davis here in the booth while we're waiting for that second half to begin, we got to make sure that some of the storms stay away and maybe some of these temperatures. There's enough hot action on the field out there, Scott. We don't need any more heat, so hopefully it cools down a little bit.
Now, more of the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week halftime show.
So Scott Roberts is down on the field with hopefully a sense of exactly what's going on when it comes to the heat for everybody.
Conditions around the coastal Empire Low Country, not too bad for high school football. Temperatures are in the 70s, 76 degrees for us right now here in Savannah. And as far as what we're looking at across the area, we've had some showers, but conditions certainly looking pretty good around the Georgia and South Carolina areas. Now, if you're going to be heading to any of the football games that are happening tomorrow, we might have some issues with some rain around the southeast. I want to look at the college forecast. If anyone you know is heading out to California to watch Georgia Southern playing against Fresno State, that kicks off local time in California at 6:30 with temperatures in the lower to middle 90s. But it'll be a dry heat with lots of sunshine. But either way, the heat will be an issue for that game. Of course, Georgia is taking on Marshall tomorrow in Athens. Temperatures will be in the 70s, a few showers certainly possible as well. And then up in Clemson, LSU making the trek from Louisiana, and they're going to be doing some showers with temperatures in the 70s. Of course, South Carolina is going to be playing in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium on Sunday, so conditions will be pretty good. A perfect 72 inside the dome. Weather-wise over the weekend, rain is going to be an issue across the region for the Coastal Empire Low Country. For the Labor Day weekend, conditions will improve, though, for Sunday and for Labor Day. day itself with those temperatures on the cooler side with rain chances backing off. That's a check of your weather forecast for now. I'll have another update coming up tonight on News 3 at 11. Andrew?
God, appreciate that so much. A lot of great football to be had. A lot of great football right here still to be had as well. And don't forget Georgia and everybody else tomorrow. Some in the domes, but hopefully everybody's going to enjoy all the weekend long, especially this great holiday weekend. And if you're on the roads, definitely stay safe there as well. We've got so much more to come in our halftime show tonight right here from Calvary. Calvary, yes, you're looking at the score correctly. 31-28, the Cavaliers leading the Land Sharks. You're watching WSAV Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
You've been watching the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week halftime show, presented by the Georgia Department of Public Health.
OC Welch Ford Lincoln. You're looking for a new truck? Go see OC today. And OC and everybody else are driving home the point that we've got a heck of a game between two pretty great teams right now. Calvary and Oceanside, 31-28. The Cavaliers leading the Land Sharks, and it has been an offensive show. Calvin Wilson is here with me from Explosive Sports Training, and it's been a passing game bonanza so far for both teams.
Well, you said highlights, and boy, highlights we had.
Sometimes when you go into halftime, you're like, well, what are we going to show? 3-yard run here? No. We've got touchdown after touchdown, big play after big play. And in case you missed it, we want to make sure we're going to get all of them for you in here, because I know some of you may have missed a couple of them, and I promise you're going to get to see every single touchdown we have so far. Calvary started out big for everybody early on with a 1-yard dive there. That's the second touchdown that they had on the day. The first one was a 13-yard run by Caden Jones. But then Oceanside came back with that touchdown right there. We're able to pull that in for a score. Then the defense, nope, you thought they were coming back, but instead it's the toss to the outside, and that man who's been doing it all day, Mr. Williams, Mr. Terrence Johnson, not Williams on that. Johnson, the man, with the thrust that he gave on that one. And then here's the Mobley bomb up top to Jones, and Jones is going to get it down to the 22. What can you say about the long passing game for both teams?
Oh, man, the long passing game been great. Penalties, stopped some of it, but, man, these guys and the escapability of both quarterbacks.
Looking at the quarterbacks, too, let's talk about their numbers. Aiden Mendavian, as I want to say it correctly for everybody, 10 of 21, 208, and 3 touchdowns right there. All 3 of them to our man, Terrence Johnson. Mobley, 10 for 19, 159, and the touchdown for him. By the way, the wide receiver Hicks, 1 for 1 for 48 yards and 1 touchdown. This one, 5 rushes, 9 yards is all we got for Oceanside on this one. At the same point, 20 rushes, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Calvary.
First half.
First half. That's first half, by the way.
Just
in case we wanted to know. That's
half.
just the first half that we've had. But what's the difference when you're talking about everything that's going on and the defensive side of things? What are the defensive sides? What changes can be made out there, Calvin?
I think everybody's lining up man to man. Man, that might be a big problem. But I don't know what you can run when everybody has 4 wide receivers out on the field also.
I mean, can you play zone with 4 wides trying to find holes in that zone?
I'm not sure because you got some young guys in the defensive backfield, so I don't know if you want to – well, manning up, it's just a hard – both offenses make the defense really hard to run.
Really interesting. Emerson Lewis, we talked about it going into the game. USC on his arm. He's got potentially, we're understanding, a verbal from Alabama as well.
South Carolina, a lot of players.
And he's been hit for 2 touchdowns, but came back with that pick at the end. What is he doing, or what are they doing to make it challenging for him?
I mean, they're just going at him. I mean, it's a 50-50 chance every time. And if I'm 50-50, it's not 50-50 if I'm an offensive player. It should be 60-40. It should be 60-40 for my offensive player. But when you have a good defensive back there, it could be 50-50.
How much did that interception mean to him at that late in that first half?
Confidence. It's like letting go. Cornerback and quarterback are the exact same thing. When you get beat, you got to let that go and you got to come back because you know they're coming back at you at some point.
And then if we go to the other side, Terrence Johnson. If you didn't know the name, you're going to know him by the end of tonight, that's for sure. 3 touchdowns in the first half. What has he shown you?
Strong hands. You can't tackle him with one guy. You can't tackle him with 2 guys. I mean, the guy is a big player. That's all I can say. He's a big-time player right now. Right now, first half, he had the better of all everybody else.
Well, Mobley's done a nice job for Calvary. Caden Jones, to me, may be the key to the second half. To get a little bit of a running game together could mean a lot for this Cavalier team.
For both teams. Both teams need to have a running game. I'm telling you, because this passing is opening it up. You just got to hit it big when you hit it.
But do you get too complacent and say, we've been able to throw them all day, why are we going to run now?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard not to throw the ball when you've been hitting big with the throw on both sides of the ball.
Okay, so zone defense, but you know what's interesting? Both defensive lines have put a lot of pressure on these quarterbacks even when they've been able to throw deep.
And Oceanside has thrown 2 picks. Calvary has turned the ball over one time with a fumble, and I mean, I don't know.
3 turnovers, 5 punts, and 8 touchdowns so far in the first half. A pretty amazing set of stats when you look at it. This has not been long drive after long drive. It's been quick passing or bombs to someone, and the other team has just come right back and said, okay, if you can do it, we can do it just as well.
Just as well. I don't know what you do. What they did is they went inside and tried to adjust the defenses and see if we could get a stop.
What I like, too, is Calvary lost so much, 32 touchdowns off of 2 guys alone. They lost their big defensive tackle, but they've picked it up with guys who really didn't do very much last year and have stepped up in a huge way.
And like we said, they're all still young. They're still young.
I mean, Owens has been your deep threat. Quick guy, been able to pull that one deep on there. Hicks passed for a touchdown, caught one, and then we've been so impressed with MJ Knight, too. Big, tall guy who got up there for one of those scores.
And he's only a junior. MJ Knight is a big physical receiver.
You know, junior, sophomore is what we're looking at for this team. It's pretty incredible when you look at that. On the other side, Oceanside lost their big guys, too. They had a running back who went for more than 2,000 total yards, and yet the receivers out there are making the difference. And you've got 3 brand-new receivers on this team.
Yeah, he wants you to throw to Hank. Let's throw it to Hank.
Oh, okay, then I'll throw it to Hank right now. I can't hear him, so Dan, there's Hank.
Well, guys, I hope you've caught your breath after that first half. I spoke with Calvary's head coach going into the locker room, and he said for his team, this key in the second half is the perimeter tackling. But amid all the fireworks, he said that his guys can't get too high or can't get too low. They have to treat every play the same. And for Brent LaPrade, for Oceanside, he said he felt like his guys just didn't get off the bus. Obviously, the 2.5-hour drive from Charleston, and they weren't ready in that first quarter, and it showed. As for what he needs to see from his team coming out of the break, it's all about the third quarter. That's what bit them last week in the loss to Irmo. They They've got to come out strong and win this third quarter if they want to win the game. He said it looks like it's just going to come down to who has the ball last. Andrew, Calvin, should be a really fun second half. Back to you guys.
Absolutely, Hank. No question that it should be a good second half, as if we couldn't get enough from the first half alone. There's no way you would think they could keep scoring at this pace, do you?
Yes. This high school, there's 16, 15, 14, 17-year-old kids. I mean, they should be full of energy. But what you said earlier about cramping, stuff like that, could come into play in the second half. But, I mean, these guys look incredible as far as their conditioning. And if you got a whole bunch of guys that are lacrosse players, they're used to running up and down the field. So let's see.
Let's see what they're doing. Cowboys and Eagles, speaking of coming up soon, Thursday, September 4th. That's next week. Calvin's shaking his head. He's not a Cowboys fan, but it's going to be a great game just the same. Cowboys and Eagles. Micah Parsons. Taj doesn't like it either. So Micah Parsons now moved on to the Packers. We'll see what the Cowboys and Dak Prescott can do facing off with the world champion Eagles on the 4th. And then Sunday night football right here on NBC. The Ravens and the Bills on Sunday. One of the best matchups you're going to see, the best one potentially the weekend. You're going to see it right here on WSAV next Sunday, September 7th. Great stuff for everybody. The NFL is kicking off. College football goes this weekend. It's the NFL's next weekend. You know, CW football Saturday we're talking about here with everybody going on. What's the CW got coming up on Saturday? Idaho and Washington State. You may not know much about either of these teams, but I'll tell you that Washington State can put some points up on the board at any point for everybody out there, Calvin. And Idaho's no slouch either for everybody.
The Vandals.
The Vandals.
What is a Vandal?
We don't want to know.
Yes,
The Vandal's a bad person somewhere, so he can steal it at any point in time for everybody.
Exactly.
The Vandals against Washington State. That's at 10 o'clock on the CW. Plus, we've got Michigan on NBC for everybody. Everybody's interested to see what Michigan can do on Big Ten Saturday night against New Mexico. Really interesting to see. You know, don't have a coach because he got suspended, and they've got a huge Big Ten where you're looking at Texas and Ohio State tomorrow, too. So you've got some great games, and college football's here. NASCAR in Portland, they're in this Cup Series right now. Saturday at 7 on the CW. There's a lot of stuff going on there to take care of it, and everything that's going on with the CW and NASCAR for everyone out there. You're home for NASCAR Xfinity Series. Saturday night, the Xfinity gang from the Pacific Office Automation 147 live from Portland International Raceway Road Course, a 147-mile on a closed circuit course that runs much deeper than that, runs clockwise, if you're wondering, Calvin. I know you're always worried about that.
I'm going with the guy in the orange.
Calvin picks the guys in the orange at the Pacific Office Automation 147. NASCAR under the lights next Saturday night, 7:30 on the WSAV CW. So Calvary's back on the field. Oceanside is also back on the field. So we're getting ready to kick this game back off. You'd think it was a NASCAR race about the speed that we've seen out on this field so far.
If you would like to know why I go with the guy in the orange, he had a better haircut.
That's really the key in a NASCAR world is what kind of hair.
I don't have hair, so guys with good hair, I just go with those guys.
You don't pick the bald guys, huh?
Nah, for what? I'm a bald guy. I should be the best bald guy in the world.
So once again, 31-28 Calvary. They will kick the ball off to Oceanside Collegiate on this one. Thursday Blitz Countdown, Thursday at 10:15, right on the WSVCW. Joey Lamar and Colby Zach will talk about all the high school football action that you have, the highlights, and much more. Breaking down all the big games of last week and seeing ahead to the next week of great stuff. 10:15 on WSAV-CW for the Thursday Blitz Countdown. So Calvary has 3 touchdown passes. While by the time they're finished, 2 touchdown passes, 2 touchdown runs. Oceanside has 3 touchdown passes. Now they get the ball, and that's Anthony Williams. The other wide receiver who looked like he was going to star, there's a flag on a block in the back. So everything that Williams has done is just not going to be in play for that one.
And I don't even think he had to do that.
Nope, sure didn't. Williams probably got as much out of it as he could have and probably could have been the 30-yard line.
Right. He was already past him when he pushed him in the back.
And that's tough. With those blocks in the backs, many times that's exactly what happens. You think you need to make that block to get him free, and it just doesn't work. Or they catch you.
Yeah, sometimes it does work if they don't see it.
That's true. All right, Mendavian, 10 of 21, 208 yards in the first half with those 3 touchdown passes. And you know what? He also threw 2 picks, just so we understand ourselves. So it's mixed bag. Coach LaPrade told me going in they needed to protect the ball, and they couldn't turn it over like they did. They turned it over 4 times last week. They got 2 in the first half. If they get 2 more, I don't know if that's a good sign if I was an Oceanside fan.
Right, that's an average of 4 and 4.
You know, your math is really good.
I mean,
I like to make sure. Sometimes we don't always get math magicians in here, but you are one of them. So.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? Bald and
and a math star. So, let's get back to the game and away from the math now and the science. How about Aiden Mendavian? He's going to throw it to the outside, quick out, and good catch. And he's going to break free. Another tough tackle, and he broke another one. That's all she wrote. Tyler Garner. Oh, well, 90 yards later, Tyler Garner appears to have a score.
Wow.
Tackling counts and speed kills.
Tackling counts, but these guys had a bunch of weapons.
There's a flag someplace, but it's way down in the end zone.
Celebration, maybe.
Probably a celebration penalty. But if you go 90, you know you're going to celebrate a little bit.
I'm going to celebrate if I go 9.
You see it there and broke that tackle at the end. Broke another one there. That's another tall, pretty good-sized guy out there on the outside.
What class is he in?
Tyler Garner is a sophomore.
Man.
He is not even one of their starting 4, so he's their 5th wide receiver on their depth chart.
And this school is out of Charleston?
Charleston.
Man.
Mount Pleasant officially. So.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah, right in that area. So.
Man.
The kick is up, and it's good by Sweeney. So Oceanside takes the lead for the first time, 35-31.
How long has this school been in existence? Do we know?
It's been a while, so
Okay,
I can tell you that much. I don't have that exact number with me, but they do 9th through 12th. They got about 650 students, and they are 2-time South Carolina State title champions. And by the way, as if that's not good enough, they did 1 in 2A, moved up to 3A, and won again last year.
So I'm wondering if they have a history of winning, or with the coach that just left, and this coach is what put that in play.
Well, what's interesting about Coach, too, is they lost their coach in the first game of last year.
Right.
He resigned.
Right.
So Coach Patterson, who's coaching offensive line now for the team, came
over.
in and took over. He'd been a head coach before. He'd been an athletic director and everything else. Came through. They went ahead to win the title despite this, and then brought Coach LaPrade, who was also their defensive coordinator. He said the players wanted him. They wanted somebody a little younger. He wants to be here long term.
So they're on their 3rd different
coach for 2 titles.
And could be 3.
Could be 3.
Man, this is a good program.
It's a very good program out there. And talking to Coach LaPrade, he wants to keep that style up and keep that program in great shape. He himself won a state title in 1998 as well, so he knows what it takes. There's the kickoff deep.
Number 1.
Again, that's Owens.
Get to that. Oh.
Levon Owens couldn't quite make it to the outside. He's only going to get down to about the 14, 15-yard line. So Calvary back in business for the first time. They are down in this game. They kicked that field goal to take the early lead.
I was about to say, remember what I said at the end of the quarter, the field goal or any score, because if they would have played it, well, they were trying to play it safe, and
well, they took 3 shots at the end zone and couldn't get there.
But Oceanside was the one that put them in position to score.
To score with 2 penalties.
3.
The third one got called back.
Okay, yeah.
The third one got called back. But still, 2 big penalties that were 15 yards each. You're absolutely right. So here's James Mobley. He's your quarterback. Caden Jones behind him. Jones had 68 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half on 14 carries. There's Jones one more time. Going to break it up the middle to the 25 to the 26-yard line. Good run for a first down for a gain of about 12. I think Caden Jones really is the key to this, because anything you can get out of Caden Jones will keep the clock moving and keep that defense off the field.
No doubt. I don't see the money man on the field right now.
He is number 0. You're talking about Sawyer Arnold, who had a big first half. He is not on the field right now. But you know who is on the field?
88.
88, yes.
Yeah.
Terrence Johnson.
Yeah, I noticed that.
There's a run again by Jones. Jones will break free. Good tackle on the inside there. Reese Meredith Reese Meredith, the linebacker, with a good tackle in open field, holding him to about 3. By the way, they're switching guys. So we talked about how much this defense is on the field. Terrence Johnson on the field, starting wide receiver, has got 3 touchdowns. Also on the field, Zakai Muncie, who's their starting running back, is playing on the other side as well on this system.
I like this.
There's the toss to the outside. Quick hit. There's Hicks. Breaks. Not much doing. Good
tackle by number 1.
That's Michael Strickler. We called his name, the safety on that.
Yes.
He's going to hold him to Jordan the first down, too, and it looked like it was pretty close either way. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Okay.
Good tackle by Strickler to hold him back.
What you go right here? I give it to my running back.
I'm giving it to Caden Jones all day.
Caden Jones, ride him.
Because I'm looking at those defensive linemen, the interiors especially, and they are tired. I think the first half took a lot out of a lot of players, and you're going to have to rotate some people through that you didn't expect.
Yep.
Mobley right there to Jones, and yes, Jones will get the first down.
Hey, let me
He's
tell you something.
Getting about 5.
Let me tell you something. Watch 88. Did you see what he just did to the quarterback? Listen, Mobley is taking a whooping. Watch this.
Oh, he did pop him a little bit, didn't he?
Yes.
They think they can get in his head, or maybe they have because they've hit him a couple times.
I don't think they can. I think he's a calm, he's a baseball player. When you say baseball player, it's something different. When you're a real baseball player, you don't get too high or too low.
There's a toss again to Owens, right through his hands, though. Pretty well sniffed out by the defense.
29.
He's been in the play a bunch on this day. He was not one of the starters either, Calvin, so he's played a lot. DeMonte Green, he's a sophomore cornerback, played a lot. Wasn't one of the starters initially that were set up by Coach LaPrade for us. I find it so interesting that Terrence Johnson is out here playing D-end linebacker right now.
I think what I love about what they're doing is they're setting themselves up for the rest of the season by playing a lot of players.
And there's Jones, who's going to go down. Reese Meredith again with a big tackle. He's going to take him down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, I didn't know how to pronounce his name. I'm glad you said it. Reese Meredith. This kid is all over the field right now.
As you talk about, how many guys are you going to have to play?
Lacrosse player.
Another lacrosse player. There are a lot of them on this team. They must have a really good lacrosse team, by the way. There's the pass. There's Mobley back under a lot of pressure. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's gotten his man. And there's Hicks. He's broken the tackle, and he's going to dive down to the 27-yard line. Huge play.
Reese Meredith is on the tackle, but it's like 40 yards down the field.
35 yards in all on the play. And again, Hicks making a great toss and a great play.
Good job by your quarterback.
I like that lefty, too.
Yeah.
Complicated when you get the lefty because you're so used to them rolling a different way, aren't you?
But lefties are everything they do look really good. Basketball and football is just their flick of the wrist. Ooh!
Oh, there's Mobley who was going to hold it, and then he takes it himself.
That was a good
He's going to
move.
get right back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1.
He should have been stopped 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but nice little juke move to get him out of there.
You want to talk about setting yourself up for the rest of the season. They're proving that what kind of game that he has.
Watch
Zay
this.
Middleton now is your running back.
Oh, man.
He got hit in the head or the eye or something. Mobley's not 100% over there or got some dirt in there maybe.
Got dirt off artificial
Something he
turf.
keeps
pretty good.
Putting his fingers near his eye or on his face mask.
Probably some of that rubber.
But yet he's still going to drop back. He's going to throw again. He's got a crosser. That's going to get down to the 1-yard line, maybe the 2 at the most. Great play. Another one. Beautiful toss to Jaden Hicks.
Jaden Hicks is burning it up right now on this drive.
Jaden Hicks has found something in the slot, and Mobley is taking him down.
Well, I'm wondering if they're playing a zone and Jaden Hicks getting inside those little spots right there with the crossing.
He may.
Slowing down inside instead of give it to him.
Tight formation there. Giving it to Jones, and Jones will get in. No, he's down just before the goal line, the ref says.
Okay.
Took a pretty good shot on that one. He's
good job.
Coming out a little limpy.
Good job by number 5 there.
That's tough sledding in the middle there, and he did. He went down just short. Great camera work there by our guys.
Good job.
Actually, that was Jonathan Perry, I believe, who got that carry. Now there's a flag.
Uh-oh. Can't get no closer.
Coachman on defense.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently they are. The goal, still going to be second down.
I would do the same thing. You can't get no closer. You can't get no closer. You can't
Might as well jump and see.
From a half inch to like what? Yeah, hey.
It's like the tush push.
Yeah, you can't miss. Jump off again.
You might as well jump and jump.
Yeah,
That's why they call penalties now in the NFL on the tush push, so you can't do it multiple times.
Slap the ball or something.
So Jonathan Perry is in the backfield, along with Caden Jones.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. If it's me, Caden Jones did it twice in the first quarter.
This is full tush push right here.
I wouldn't go to anybody else.
This is full tush push right here.
Okay.
In.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Push him in. Right behind him. Good push from Jonathan Perry. We'll put him in the end zone. And Calvary has answered the Oceanside score. They're now 37-35. Extra point still to come. 6:57 left in the third quarter.
Man.
6:57 in the third quarter. 37, about to be 38, you have to assume, 35.
Yeah, with the kicker that they had, that was a good kick at the end of the half.
What do you do about curfew for these kids, Calvin? Because at this point, we may be past curfew and we're only in the third quarter.
What curfew they got? I mean, who put that in? Is the National Guard out here or something? I need to get home.
I'm saying for the kids. Some of them are, young. They're only 15 years old. Some might have curfew. They go, Mom, sorry, the game's in the third quarter. I got to keep going.
I remember COVID, so I'm trying to get in the house.
So Mobley pushes it in. The kick is up and it's good. And 38-35, Calvary. Whew. We're going to take a break because I think Calvin and I need it right here. 38-35, Calvary leads Oceanside. 6:57 in the third. You want to come back for much more of this one on the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week.
scoring drive, 86 yards, 11 plays, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run. Number 14, James Mobley. The scoring drive summary is brought to you by Jackson Newton.
The WSAV Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week brought to you by Chicken Salad Chick. Deliciously fresh in Bluffton, Savannah, Pooler, and Statesboro. Made from scratch, served from the heart. Well, they're happy. You might need to eat some lunch and some dinner and maybe another meal because this one's going to go on for a while. We've got a heck of a game here at Calvary, 38-35 on Oceanside, 6:57 in the third quarter.
Hey, I'm pushing for an NIL deal with Chicken Salad Chick. I mean, I just had it for the first time, like a couple of bites, and I'm hooked. I mean, if y'all want to, I give you my number after the game and get in contact with me, Chicken Salad Chick.
Calvin is a fan. We like when he likes our sponsors. That's a good thing. We like O.C. Welch. We like Chicken Salad Chick.
All of them.
And all of them out there. But Calvin's a big fan.
I take cars, chicken salad, all of that.
The touchback again for Grady Shiver as Oceanside will start their second drive of the second half, if you could call it a drive, since the last one lasted one play and 90 yards.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, this is a – I think we don't work 2 games a day. I'm telling you.
But it's an amazing thing when we're talking about it, too, Calvin, is that last one was Tyler Garner, who's the 5th wide receiver on the depth chart for Oceanside, too. So, you know, they give you 4, and you're like, well, these 4 will catch the majority of the passes. All of them. No, not true at all. Garner's been very active. All right. Aiden Mendavian is your quarterback. He's a junior. He's won 2 state titles as a freshman and a sophomore, looking to try to make it 3 for 3. But first, he's got a battle on his hands with Calvary. Mendavian's going to go up top. He's got it to the corner again to that man, Tyler Garner.
Tyler Garner, man, he's making plays. Say he's the 5th wide receiver.
The 5th wide receiver because they started 4. He's the 5th guy. By the way, interesting to watch. Now we'll see what Calvary's doing. You see Lewis walking back and forth. We talked about him before. Emerson Lewis, high-level prospect, got multiple offers around the Division I set, and he's had a little bit of trouble with some of these receivers. Right there, that's the one he's had trouble with. Terrence Johnson, again with another catch.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little inside. It got a little tweak of the ankle earlier in the week, and so you can't be tweaked going up against guys.
And he's still been tight with it, but there's so many guys on the field, and all of them are catching the ball.
No doubt.
There's Mendavian again, dropping back a little bit more time. Ooh. He's got a man, and it will be caught. Cooper Webb with that one hangs on, and a tough catch for 9.
Man.
Well-structured offense, by the way, too, because now depends on zone or man, but they're finding holes.
And what I love about it is he has 2 main receivers, but he uses all his receivers.
Uses every one of them.
You don't lock on to one receiver. You use who's open.
And that's exactly what he's doing. You're dead on right with that, too, Cal. All right, Mendavian again. He's got his man, and it's once again Terrence Johnson. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns for Terrence Johnson on the day.
Wow. Terrence Johnson is making money. You said somebody made money early. Terrence Johnson is making money tonight.
Making cash.
I like this dude.
Terrence Johnson, by the way, blew by the corner. He had speed and was able to hold on with those strong hands that you talked about.
Man,
watch this catch.
Tell me this,
right
man.
there. Mendavian, by the way, put it on a dime in his hands.
On a dime. I'm trying to figure out, does this kid have any offers? Because if he don't, I'm finna blow him up. He is playing.
If he didn't before, anybody watching this game knows he will now.
Yeah,
so.
I hope they are watching this game. And if they're not watching this game, I got to put him on.
And Oceanside barely snuck that one in. Sweeney barely got that win, but it did count. So 42-38. While we're talking about the man of the hour, Terrence Johnson. Calvary been spreading it out, but Mendavian, boy, what a pass. Under pressure.
Stood in there and talking trash.
Oh, talking trash to the big man out there. I don't know if that ends well for you, but
I like it. I like it. If it ends well or not. I mean, hey.
Getting fired up over here.
At the moment, I can say this. You know. Oh, man.
Terrence Johnson, 4 touchdowns.
Man.
4 of them.
And he was talking trash to Jay Varner. Like, hey, big guy, I'm the man. And he is the man.
Yeah.
Like, they got 2 titles, dog.
They got them all. They talk what they want when you got 2 titles in your pocket already.
When you walking around with the
and Johnson's got them because Johnson's a senior who's been here. The other guys want theirs.
I heard a guy named Ric Flair say,
to be the man, you got to beat the man.
You got to beat the man.
And that right now, both teams are ready to try to beat the man because they're beating up on each other and they're doing a heck of a job on offense.
Wow.
5:26 in the third, 42-38. Calvary's just going to let this one go in the end zone.
I hope it go in the end zone.
Yeah, he was a little bit dicey on that one. That's because the kickers are tired.
I understand.
They have had to kick the ball off so much.
That's a live ball.
I agree.
You can't play with that.
But they had to kick the ball so much, he's not getting the distance he did in the first quarter.
I need to talk to that kicker. He put a little backspin on that. It dies at the 1, and hey, they get it.
Listen, right now they're just trying to get it out there, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Legs falling off.
Really interesting, by the way. I'm seeing numbers, especially on defense for both teams, that we didn't see initially. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go down to Hank Tatum right before the first play. Hank?
Now, but one thing to watch is junior wide receiver MJ Knight. I could see him on the bench last possession, sitting there the entire time without his helmet, clearly favoring that right leg. He's out on the field now, but this is something to watch, especially as points are coming so often. If Calvary's without him, it could be in trouble for their offense.
And you're absolutely right. Knight has done a great job. He's got 2 touchdowns on the day, I believe. So Knight himself has been a big receiver for them. While Calvary has spread it around, Knight has been their sort of lead guy.
I missed the first part of that. Is he cramping up?
I'm not sure. He saw him without his helmet and clearly favoring his leg is what Hank said. So it'll be interested to see what he can do in the second half. Like we said, you're talking about a lot of routes. Even if you're not catching the ball, you're running a lot on the field to catch up or to try to catch some of these guys who are.
No doubt.
That's a fall down there. It's looked like 2nd and 1. You're going to have some guys knocked down, too. That was Reese Meredith. We talked about him, made a couple big plays on the last drive. He's going to limp off the field.
I think he's cramping up also. Yep.
The defensive tackles is who I want to look at especially.
Well, you talked about this hydration thing, man. It looked like this is becoming an issue for both teams.
Keep an eye on 70 when he's out there. Mike Jones, he's the left tackle on offense, and he's playing defensive tackle on defense. That's going to take a lot out of him, I would think. So we'll see how he plays the rest of the game.
You're exactly right. I thought we was going to have to get a trainer up for you earlier, man. You almost went down.
I did almost go down. You're right. There's the pass by Mobley. Oh, top. Oh. And now that looks like that's Hicks coming up a little bit gimpy.
I don't know how good that was right there. You had a lot of players. I don't know if the receivers were supposed to run their guys off.
Yeah.
That's a lot of traffic in there for that play.
It was a little too much for my taste if I was a quarterback or an offensive coordinator looking at that.
They're cramping up out there, man. A lot of them. I see it.
Hicks just had to go out.
Oh, you talked about it
Now
earlier.
he talked about it. MJ Knight is up on the top side.
Okay, let's go.
There's the fake. Mobley didn't see his wide open man. He's going to run the other direction.
First down.
He's got to get the first down. He does. He's going to get down about 13 yards on that one.
That was a smart play.
For a first down. Very smart. He did have a receiver over
Number
here.
4 was wide open.
On the low end.
Yeah.
I'm pointing over here like I can see that. But,
yeah. But if you throw it that far over the side, you don't know what you get.
By the way, Mobley's speed is improved since last year.
You keep telling me that. I didn't see him last year, so
I saw enough of him last year that
talk about it.
Let's put it, he didn't want to run last year.
Oh, I believe
this year he does not mind. He's already run multiple times. Oh, right up the middle, cross again. Open receiver over the 50, down to the 49. That's Jonathan Perry, the junior. First time we've called his name in a passing form.
Man, I watched him earlier on the field. Number 2, he's a good-looking athlete.
He's played some running back for them so far and some receiver.
Is it tight end he's playing?
Here's your Heat playing a little bit. Oceanside just called the timeout on the defensive side in the second half.
Oh, I get it.
We'll see if that's something that is affecting them. I think it's affecting both sides, though. This is not a one-team issue.
But I'm wondering, at halftime, did you hydrate?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, everything that makes sense sometimes doesn't make sense.
But how much can you bring yourself back? Eating bananas, hydrating with Gatorade, or all the various things out there. There's only so much you can get back when it is this temperature and this much running.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. It's a high humidity type of day. I got my jug, and I'm chugging on that a little at a time, but yeah, this is a hard game right here. And so much running up and down the field by both teams for scoring. Like from one end zone to the next end zone to the next end zone.
And that's the other thing. It's not long drives, which take it out of you, too. But these mean you're running after somebody if you're a corner.
How many kids on that roster over on the other side? About how many?
Well, I mean, approximately, you're probably in the 80s. 70, 75, 70, 75. Would be my guess, maybe.
They probably skipped some numbers.
They did, but they get up to 88, so I think they maybe 70 is my guess.
Okay.
There's Caden Jones up the middle. Caden will get about 4. Calvary about the same. You're looking at approximately probably 70 on their side too.
I'm guessing over there. I don't know if it's 70. I'm saying like 50. 50, and Calvary got a lot of young guys that they dress. And all I'm saying is the roster is not as big as some of the 5 and 6A teams. And guess what? Look, he just went down.
Caden Jones went down with a cramp.
And so with that, you spoke on it earlier. I don't know if you put a hex on this thing or what, but this is very important. This conditioning.
That's funny. We're getting from the sidelines from Hank or somebody that's a possibility that Coach Cameron said maybe you should go down because you were clearly limping. So maybe they said, hey, Caden, go down so we don't have 10 players on the field for this play, too.
Right, but if you're cramping, what else you going to do? You're going to sit out there. You got to go down. It might not have been a full cramp. It might have been a cramp he had coming on.
And you're right. Looking at this, there's no way I'm right on 70 for either team. I think, in fact, Oceanside may have a few more players than Calvary when you're looking at some of the younger guys out here. Talking to Richmond Hill last week, Coach Lazat over there said, we're going to dress 90 We're not going to come close to playing 90, though.
But
we only got about 60 to play.
But at Richmond Hill, shoot, 60 is a lot.
Yeah.
That can play, that you can rotate in.
Well,
you know.
But Calvary and Oceanside aren't
exactly.
aren't small schools themselves when it
Right.
comes to football players.
Right.
And they're going to get the best that they can out of this. It's 50 or 60. So apparently not even the going down for the cramp, but blood on the uniform.
Okay.
So you can't have that out there. That's the lineman, 63 in the lineman there. That's Carson Dean, the center, the senior.
Back when I was in school, you could have blood everywhere. If you didn't have blood, you couldn't play.
I'm worried about what school you went to,
I'm
Calvin.
saying,
I just have to tell you.
I was born in 1968.
That sounds like a punishment, not a football.
I'm a Camden County Wildcat, man. I'm sorry. I mean, that's how we do it. Blood.
Second and 5. The pitch, the outside. Oh, picked up by Hicks.
Good tackle.
Good tackle.
Oh!
They're going to throw the flag late. That's too bad because that was really well played by Oceanside. And then a little extracurricular. Roe Parson with the tackle, and I believe it was Dan Bella who hit him late. And they're going to get 15.
Let's look at that. Let's see. Was he?
You got to see where he is on the sideline. Yeah. This was a
15 from the end of the run.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's terrible. No, that is terrible.
Roe Parson actually will get the penalty. It was Dan Bella who was making the tackle.
But
he was still in the play. He looked like he was still in the field to play when he got hit.
That's terrible.
So that's a tough call.
See, back in when I was playing, see
they would have been blood. And
hey, but, I mean, you got to respect the call and keep playing.
I was looking online. Oceanside had some complaints about refereeing last week when it came to Irmo. So, you know, their fans will be a little upset about that one. But this has been a very well-called game so far. I have not found anything.
No.
That one was right on the edge, but it was close.
And because the sidelines are so close, that's what makes it dangerous to make those calls.
Second timeout from Oceanside right now, and Coach is not happy about this one. Coach LaPrade didn't seem to want to call that timeout, or felt like he had to for some strange reason. He's asking for a lot of questions. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of hoping to get a call maybe for next time. Let's look once again from this angle and see. It does look like he may have still been in the field of play. I can't see from that angle. It did look right. It's right on the edge.
But what I love about the timeout from the coach, I used to do this when I coached. It's like I would call timeout, go out to the referees, act crazy, and tell them like, look, I'm not even mad. I just need my team to know that I'm fighting for them.
Yep.
And then I go back and tell my team, hey, it's us against the world. And the kids play a little harder for you when they know the coach is fighting for you.
And I'm sure he said a lot of those things. And on top of that, it's like the basketball coach when they get a technical foul somewhere, there's a point to that
light a
tee.
fire.
Here you're not going to get a tee, but instead you're going to make your point.
And light a fire for your
say,
team.
Coach is fighting. You're right.
That's right.
Coach LaPrade said his piece. They have used 2 of their timeouts. We'll see if that comes back later in a very close game. Oceanside with a 42-38 lead. Oceanside in the white, Calvary in the home purple. 3:48 in the third quarter. First down for Calvary, 1st and 10 after the unnecessary roughness penalty on the last play. James Mobley is your quarterback. He drops back. He's going deep. He's got his man Owens, and it's
intercepted. Intercepted.
It is picked off. It is picked off on that one by DeMonte Green.
Great play. What is he?
He's a sophomore. He's another guy. Wasn't on the first roster as a starter, and he's played very, very well. We called his name a lot.
Let me tell you something. Both of these teams are going to be real good by the end of the season.
Look at Green get up there, and he was the actual receiver. He's going to pull it down, and he's got it in his breadbasket right there. Ty would go to the receiver. Very close, but Green was able to hold on.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would hate to play these teams games 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
How about, and getting into the playoffs if they stay healthy.
Yeah.
So that's the second interception by Mobley today. 2 also for Mandavian, the quarterback for Oceanside. So Oceanside gets the ball on the turnover when it looked like Calvary was going down to score. 3:36 in the third. The Land Sharks with the lead, 42-38. There's the handoff, a big giant hole right there. Huge hole for Zakai Muncie. and Muncie's going to get about 8 on that. Muncie's done a nice job, the backup running back taking over for James O'Connor, who broke his tibia last week. So Muncie will be called on as a senior to be the lead back, at least until O'Connor's ready. They hope to have him back by playoff time.
Jeffrey McCormick made a good tackle there.
Here's Muncie again, and Muncie was going to take it down for a first down. Another 8-yard carry.
Uh-oh.
Tackle by Kenneth Baker.
Uh-oh. Maybe they see that people are cramping up.
Well, but the speed, too. This air raid quick offense.
Now it's a test of wheels.
Calvary sets up like they may blitz, put 5 at the line. They hand off again to Muncie. Muncie's finding a hole, and Muncie's got some distance. Down to the 40, to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, they're testing their wheels. Now they strap it up.
23 yards on the carry.
Strap it
Muncie
up.
did a great job in finding the hole to the outside.
No
He's
doubt.
done an excellent job as the lead back tonight.
But good block. Good block by number 55.
That's a good block on the outside. J.B. Crady.
Good block.
Moving quickly is Oceanside. Here's the pass, looking for somebody. He's going to go short side. He's picked off. Calvary comes right back with the INT. Sean Williams, the senior.
Is that 2 by
That's
him?
3 by them now.
Wow. But did Sean
Mandavian's
Williams
thrown
get-
3,
Wow.
3 picks so far. Williams may have picked the one in the first half.
What,
I
number
think
9?
you're right.
Either 8 or 9.
8 or 9 picked, you're right. I think it was 8. I think it was Williams' second pick today. 3rd pick by Mandavian for Oceanside. Now there's a flag.
Got holding on offense, penalty Klein will be first down this one.
So teams trading turnovers now after trading touchdowns every time before. 3rd pick by the Calvary defense.
You know what? Coach is going to look back at it as an offensive coordinator and said, I tried to get too cute. We were getting 10, 15, 20 yards on the run.
Yes, but who do you have behind Muncie? That's still the question, because remember, he's your backup. So then you have to use somebody else that maybe you're not used to somewhere, and that's something that in this kind of game, are you going to do it? I don't know. I'm just bringing it up as a point.
Good job.
There's a toss to the outside to Knight. Knight, he's going to break a tackle, break 2, then gang tackled
By
for 11.
5 guys over there.
11 yards for MJ Knight.
He looked like he's
MJ
still...
Knight, we heard earlier from Hank that he was working on his own leg there, upset about it, but he doesn't look any worse for wear on that play.
Well, he's only hurt when he don't have the ball. No, I get that.
It's amazing how much better you feel when you get a ball.
Man, listen, I used to get hurt every game just to hear the crowd cheer when I came
That's
off.
because you were bleeding all the time,
No,
Calvin,
that's true.
so that's why.
True.
So I think you were hurt all the time.
That's true. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's right.
There's Mobley slowing it down a little bit for Calvary, not going as quickly maybe as they have in the past. 2:33 here in the 3rd quarter, 42-38.
Oh!
There's a big breakout, and almost all the way. That's number 18 on that one, Zay Middleton, the backup running back.
Great
and
job,
he's going
Zay.
to break it forward for a big gain. That's over 20 yards there for Middleton. Give it to him again, and they do. Middleton finds a hole, 2 holes down for another gain of 10 for Middleton, and should be another first down.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think both sides, both offenses can run the ball right now because everybody's absolutely dog tired right now.
Well, and who gets tired the most in these situations are
The
some of
linemen,
the bigger guys.
The defensive linemen.
Yeah.
And then you said you had some playing both ways.
And I think you're seeing some switch outs on
You
those
said
for that reason.
77, yep.
There's a handoff again to Middleton.
Oh,
Middleton again down to the
running.
10-yard line.
Good run by Middleton, man. He got a nice burst.
8 more yards for Middleton on that one.
Now, that does make sense bringing in a fresh back. His legs are much fresher than anybody else out there.
And there's Middleton again. Another run, this time only down to about the 8.
And guess what?
It'll be very close to a first down.
I give it to him again. He got the freshest legs out there.
Interesting, the one thing you brought up earlier at the beginning of the half, we've not seen Sawyer Arnold, their D-end, who's got multiple offers so far, including apparently from Colorado earlier from Deion Sanders himself. So got a couple offers on that one. We'll see what happens, but he has not been out for basically the entire half. Thrown up for grabs, MJ Knight.
Great ball.
And that's a touchdown.
Listen, great ball. Let's see this again.
And who better to throw to than the guy who's caught your touchdown?
Oh, no
MJ
doubt.
Knight.
No doubt. But watch how he let this ball go.
And the good news for everybody who's watching right now,
Look at
this
him.
is our man Ken
Look at him.
Slats right there into
Man.
his living room.
Dude.
How about that?
He let the ball go way before. That was a great throw.
3rd and 1. Gutsy call,
He
too.
said, shut your mouth.
Gutsy call, too.
Number 7 said, shut your mouth. That was a heck of a play.
MJ Knight, by the way, we've been talking the whole time about Terrence Johnson has 4 touchdowns. MJ Knight's got 3.
Well, MJ Knight need to be looked at.
They're going to back and forth.
Good God.
44-42. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. 45-42. Calvary leads Oceanside. To MJ Knight. Taj is working hard. He may have lost a digit already, so he got me 2 instead of 3. So,
but one thing about all of these receivers that I've seen tonight that's scoring and doing whatever they're doing, these are not easy catches.
Let's see that again. Hey, Dan, our director, if you can get it back, I want to see Ken Slat's shot on that MJ Knight catch, because you can see that was a great throw and a perfect catch by MJ Knight. Watch this. I mean, a great throw, but look at this, turned perfectly and got 2 down, 2.
Man, can I tell you something? I looked outside this door, and when he let it go,
you knew it.
I knew it. It was a great throw because he let it go way before. He knew where his man was going to be.
But
they worked on that a lot.
Great throw, great catch.
Great catch.
Great camera work,
great
too.
defense, too.
All of the above. He was right there with him.
High level.
It took a perfect pass to get there.
Man, this is high-level football, unless I don't know what it looked like.
If this isn't high-level football, I'm not sure I know what it looks like either.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
By the way, there's 1:04 left in the 3rd quarter. 45-42. Yeah, that's true. As Dan just told me in the booth, said, we're going to tell Tina, by the way, we're going to go on a little late tonight because this game is going to go.
Hey, can we get a trainer up here?
Yeah, Calvin needs a massage.
Work on my back, man, I'm telling you. Wow.
This is crazy game.
I think I'm bleeding. Andrew, I think I'm bleeding, bro.
You bleed.
I think I just bled out.
You bleed from the start. You're a bleeder now. That's what we found out about your history from football.
I'm not a blood, though, or a crip. I'm not in
not any of that stuff.
None of that stuff.
No, we're talking about leftovers from your football career.
Okay, thank you. Help
all
me.
right, Oceanside Collegiate. We're going back to football now. Oceanside Collegiate. Here's Mendavian back to pass.
Oh!
Overthrows his receiver or underthrows the other one, whichever one it was.
Listen.
And by the way, Terrence Johnson may have been able to catch it if he had played it under him a little bit.
Listen, go back to the running game right now. You were bleeding them with the running game. Both teams.
I'm interested to see the running backs have done the job when they've been called on in this 3rd quarter. But you're an air raid team. You are based on passing the ball with some running. I understand.
But you already set up the passing for the run.
I don't disagree, but you're an air raid team, so you're built on the pass. There's the pass, Mendavian again, and he's got his man. Oh, knocked out. Great play. What a play. Scotty Walker knocked it right out of Johnson's hands.
Watch the linebackers. There's no linebackers. There's no linebackers.
Why do you need them?
Because I'm going to run the ball. You're going to have to put somebody there because I'm going to run it.
Well, but the thing is, Johnson's open, so they're still getting them there.
I don't know.
I'll tell you, too, curl routes will work all day, the way they've been able to go deep.
I'll run the ball right here.
Crowd getting into this at Calvary. They don't know what to do. They clapped so much for so many points. But now they're clapping for the defense. Mendavian back to pass. Under pressure. Under more pressure. He's going to go down. Huge sack. One.
That's
Baker.
That's
a coverage
big
sack.
Play. Great play. Great job by the defense. And this may cost you right here.
This is a coverage sack.
This may
because
cost
he
you
had
right
no
here.
chance because of the good coverage. And you're right. Did you make a mistake by mixing this, not mixing it up, and running some ball? Because you did run the ball well, and until your interception the last time.
And you were wearing down their defense.
Can you outthink yourself sometimes?
Oh, no doubt. Especially when I'm an offensive genius. Oh, I've seen. Mike Marks did it in the Super Bowl when he had Oh man,
had
they gave him
receivers
too
everywhere.
long. They gave him too long. They gave him 2 weeks to prepare, and he came out with totally different stuff. Yeah.
Okay,
Mad scientist, baby. Mad scientist.
Owens and Pinckney back. That's the end of the third quarter. Woo! Everybody take a breath, get a soda. We got 12 more minutes to go. 45-42, Calvary leading Oceanside in maybe one of the best Friday Night Blitz games of the week you're ever going to see.
For your hard work and support you provide to Calvary. Thank you to Dr. David Palmer and Open Sports Medicine. Again, back deep return for the Cavaliers. Number 4, Ty Peatley. And number 1, LeVon Owens, the second. In the pocket, the land charge, number 7, Jackson Sumi.
The WSAV Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week brought to you by the O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln. Find the certified pre-owned cars or truck you're looking for online at GoCOCFord.com. Well, 45-42, you are not missing that one in any form on your screen right now. Calvary with the lead. Oceanside in the white is just punting right now. And they're going to kick it down to the 50 and beyond as it rolls down for everybody. And Calvary will be back on offense for another turn, trying to actually take a 2-shot lead. Hank Tatum's down on the field for us. Hank, what you got?
Well, guys, we might hit 100 points tonight. You're cramping, I'm cramping, everybody's cramping, and right now it's all about attrition. And so you start to see these offenses running hurry up when they have the ball. They're trying to take advantage of tired defenses. And like Coach LaPrade said coming out of the halftime, this game really might come down to who has the ball last in this one. Andrew, Calvin, enjoy the fourth.
You're absolutely right, Hank. It very well could come down to who has the ball last. Right now, Calvary's really hoping that they can just put more score on the board. 2 scores right now looks like a mile to anybody.
Yes, it does.
And here's Mobley, the quarterback for Calvary. Had a big day, 17 of 29, 313 yards and 3 touchdowns for Mobley on the day. His time, he's going to hand it off to Middleton, and Middleton has done a yeoman's job in the third quarter and beyond. 10 yards, 9 yards right there.
Well, he comes in with fresh legs. Like nobody else on the field has fresh legs. It's big for him right now.
If you're going to look at this game as we go into the fourth, the difference very well could be 9 rushes, 38 yards for Oceanside, 35 rushes, 153 yards for Calvary. So you're talking about a lot of difference on the ground so far for Calvary.
Oh, Money Man is back in the game.
There you go. We hadn't seen him for most of this half.
Probably
talking about Sawyer Arnold, who, as I said earlier, just got an offer from Colorado from Deion Sanders himself.
He was at the ATM, baby, getting the money.
Cash money. That'll be a first down.
Deion had a song About the money.
Must be the money?
Must.
That's what it was.
How you know that?
I got.
Man, you were older than you thought I thought you was.
Don't tell everybody. So
you might have heard it. Your mom might have been playing it.
First down for Calvary out there at the Oceanside 48-yard line. 10:49, clock ticking in the fourth quarter.
Fresh legs, man, I'm telling you, fresh legs does a lot.
And fresh legs have been Ty Middleton, the running back, who's done an excellent job in this quarter. And they have Jones in this time. Mobley, though, is the one who drops it, and he's going to get thrown down for a big loss.
Uh-oh, behind the sticks.
That's Roe Parson who just did that.
Behind the sticks. Roe Parsons was the one that caused the fumble earlier in the first half.
He did. Parson has done that. Parson has done a nice job. I mean, it's hard to point out defensive guys in a game with so many points, but really both sides have made some strong tackles when they've needed to. They've also missed some tackles when they've needed to. But question would be, is that up to the talent of the guys they're playing against? And I would give them a lot of credit in that case.
Yeah. You got to.
So interesting to see Calvary move at a much different pace than they have the rest of the game. They went to Jones. Now it's up the middle. Caught. And that could go. Well, down to the 17-yard line.
And Anthony Williams caught him. But, man.
Jonathan Perry.
That sophomore. Is he a sophomore?
But there's a lot of people at the line.
Uh-oh. Nobody's going
Nobody's
nowhere.
moving any place.
Yeah.
Does not look like Perry's catch will stand.
Quicksand. Good play by Perry, though.
Very nice play. Good play by Mobley again, too.
Yeah.
They found some guys on chop block.
Oh, man.
It's a personal
He
foul.
had chop block on.
That's 15 yards, too.
Yeah.
So that's a big knockback on that one.
That's dangerous.
They've had a bunch of those slant routes over the middle that seem to be working.
Yeah.
But I'm so interested in the speed of Calvary that they're playing at now.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team that probably let 20 seconds at the most go off the clock. Now it's 30, 35. They're ticking it down to the last second because they have a lead and are trying to milk this clock a little bit.
And I go back to 18, man. I'm going to tell you, if you look at the second half, once we rewatch this game, because I might rewatch this game, when he comes in with fresh legs, he's just moving at a different level than everybody else. Not that he's faster than everybody else, his legs just fresher than everybody
But isn't
else.
that interesting? And you know the other one, Jonathan Perry, who
Yes.
didn't play as much in the first half, has played more in the second half.
Yes.
Give Coach Cameron credit for that.
Yes.
He's brought a couple guys in fresh who've done a big difference.
But I get a coach on Oceanside the same thing when he brought number 4 in. That was that number 4 that caught the touchdown pass?
Yeah, that's what
Nope.
I'm talking about, man.
They're now picking up the flag, not calling it a chop block.
Wow.
So Perry's catch will stand.
Wow.
49, so you're looking at about a 30-plus yard catch. I don't know how you pick up a flag when you call it that way.
I ain't saying nothing.
Coach LaPrade also asking the question on how you pick up a flag.
Yeah.
Now he's saying okay.
No, no.
Now they don't know what to do. Hold on. Now everybody's talking again, and now they're back. As soon as we figure this out, we promise to tell you.
I don't think they know.
Can't really tell there. It's a good play by Perry, who does break a couple tackles and get some yardage, but no, the catch will not count.
And why not?
But
tell me why not.
But will the penalty count then?
I don't know. Can we get a explanation?
Now it's second down, but how do you?
Buzzing. Let's find out.
Yeah. We're going to get Hank Tatum down on the field to find out what the heck is going on.
Run out there,
because so far they have not called the chop block penalty, but they didn't give him the catch either.
I love that. Oh, you didn't see any of that. Yeah.
So they're going to replay the down. I don't know how you replay it down.
Well, what you do is you just imagine nothing ever happened.
It never did, apparently.
Yeah, nothing ever
I
happened.
imagine the whole thing.
Yeah, close your eyes.
There's Mobley. Hand it off. Nope, he's going to toss it in. Oh, almost through the hands of Knight on that one. So now it's 3rd and 12, I think. I'm not going to guarantee anything until I see the ball snapped again. But
all I know is I would never stop running the ball until you stop me running the ball.
Well, they put Jones back in the game. All right, Hank, what you got on that last play?
Well, guys, you guys asked, and so I'm going to give it to you. What happened there was an inadvertent whistle. That was the delay of game here. And so it took away potentially a big Calvary play that would have changed this outcome of the game. So it was an inadvertent whistle. That's why it was brought back to the original spot.
Thank you so much, Hank, for that inadvertent whistle on there. That was almost another inadvertent whistle. Looked like it was a false start or an offsides, and then nothing was called. Now we're right back to the play. 3rd and long, going up to Knight again. Knight's been able to catch just about everything, but not that time. And our guy who's been in the middle of that, including that pick in the end zone, DeMonte Green on coverage.
Great job by him. He played off coverage, watched the ball, didn't try to contact the wide receiver, just watched the ball and where it was going. Instead of trying to run from the line of scrimmage with him, he just backed up off of him. And I think that's what each one of these defensive backs need to do. Even if you're playing press coverage, tell coach, like, look, I'm going to back up about 5, and so I don't get beat on a double move or anything like that. Because if you're that close with somebody, you're supposed to come up on the play. But if he double moves you.
But isn't that when you start calling curls all day and getting 10 yards at a pop?
But I give you that. But I ain't giving you what you've been getting all day. You've been getting touchdowns all day.
Nope.
Good
tackle in the fair space on that one.
Number, I don't even know.
Number 9 out there. Great play by Scotty Walker, the corner.
Good job, Scotty. Good job. Good job.
But you're absolutely right. The running game has been key. But I also look at that if you're going to back off, because the deep balls killed you all day. Why aren't you running quick outs or quick curls that are going to get them?
But this is what I do know with each one of these quarterbacks. They've been high a couple of times on curls or anything like that. So I take the chance giving you that, because I shorten the – you may get down there, but once I get you within the 20-yard line, the field shortens up a whole lot.
Now, let's understand. We're critiquing offenses that have put up 87 points so far.
About? What do I know?
I'm not sure what we're doing exactly, because we clearly know more than the guys who put all these points up.
I'm just going to be quiet.
We'll see what Oceanside can do. 9:14 in the 4th. There's the handoff up the middle. Not much doing. 3-4 yards. One more time for Zakai Muncie, the senior. He's done a very good job, about 3.
But if you go back and watch this play, well, they didn't show it from a wide angle. That's exactly what Emerson Lewis just did. He backed off. He's backing off. Yeah, you bet.
But you're right. Why are you putting that out there to say I won't get beat deep? And you shouldn't right now, because you've got a 3-point lead.
Exactly.
You need to make them run it down the field and take as much time as they can.
And maybe
they haven't proven that they can do a drive. There's been basically one good drive all day for them.
And maybe this defense should have been played earlier in the game. You know what I'm saying? I give you some stuff.
We'll see. Yeah.
You know, because the tighter you coverage, even in the if it's a catch, the tackle is hard.
But who would have thought that Emerson Lewis, one of the best corners out there, could get beat deep by these guys, no matter how good? We said best on best, and the best on both sides have come through. Here's the play, and Muncie looks like he could go. Is he going to get tracked down? Is he going to get tracked down? Is he going to get tracked down? He will at the 3-yard line. What coverage. Great play by Muncie. Deshaun Wiley was able to pick up extra speed and take him down at the 3.
I know somebody earlier in this half, in this 4th quarter, said, run the ball.
I know who that was. I've never heard of that person.
Just run the ball.
But you're right, and it's, again, paying dividends. Zakai Muncie, by the way, let's give him all the credit to come up as the lead back and do what he needs to get as far as he has. They're down to the 1.
But how many rushes did we say they had? About 9?
They didn't have many. They had a total of 9 rushes going into this drive.
So he can't be tired.
So he only had 3 rushes.
Fresh legs.
But he's caught the ball a couple times. You're right. He's the freshest of the legs out there compared to your wide receivers.
I'm just saying.
So Aiden Mendavian is your quarterback. Nope, they're going to snap it instead. Direct snap. Number 1, that is Michael Strickler, and he's going to dive it in for the touchdown. And Oceanside has the lead one more time.
When you go to the restaurant, you don't ask for the legs that's been there all day. You want fresh legs.
Well,
that's what I asked for.
We'll see what Calvary's going to do. That took a minute and a half off the clock. 48-45 Oceanside. This is a huge extra point, by the way. Let's talk about that for a moment as we click down this clock. It's a 3-point lead right now. This makes it 4, which means you have to score a touchdown. And while there are lots of points on the board, scoring a touchdown versus a field goal is a huge difference late in this game.
No doubt.
Here's Swinney, going to kick it up, and it will be good, and they will take a 4-point lead. 7:29 left in the fourth quarter. 49-45. Oceanside over Calvary. This is not a basketball game, folks. This is a football game, and a great one.
I think I'm getting delirious up here, man. I don't know. Too much good football, man.
There's a lot of good football.
I hope it carries over till tomorrow. I think opening day of college football, I need it to be a great day.
And the good news for both of these teams is I have a feeling all these players are going to sit on the couch and not move tomorrow and watch some games because they are going to be tired.
Well, a lot of them can't move right now. They're cramping up right now.
So a lot of guys, interesting. I'm looking at some of them. Here's some of the Oceanside. We talked about it. Savannah Christian next week. By the way, not easy for anybody. Ashley Ridge also very good. I talked to Coach LaPrade. He said there's a very good chance we could even go 0-5 and still come back, win our region, and win the state title because our out-of-conference schedule is that hard. Savannah Christian, by far, no pushover, and Oceanside knew that walking in.
Can I say this? He can say that his out-of-conference is that hard, but his team is that good that they could refocus and actually play for another state title, 3rd year in a row.
Owens and Ty Pinckney. Pinckney will get this one. He will get it at about the 1. He's got it up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 50. He is gone.
Over. Wow.
Ty Pinckney, 99
and a half
yards.
And a half. Yeah, his foot was 3 inches from the end zone. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous.
99.9. And untouched. Calvin, you were talking about it. Guess who was back there? Ty Pinckney, who really has not played much. He's fresh legs out there. He's played some defense, a little bit offense, I believe. Fresh legs again makes a difference, and he was able to get through. 7-12 in the fourth. Grady Shiver, who scored more points today than I believe he did in about the last 3 weeks, just on extra points alone. Make it 52, 49, Calvary. We're not done yet, folks. 7-12 left in the fourth quarter. You're going to want to stay for this one. You're watching the Friday Night Blitz game of the week. Watch out, Cal.
Ranger Highway, Ranger Nissan, Coca-Cola, Weston Points and Butter, Donato's Pizza, John Paul and Seaport Realtors, Grassy Roofing, J.C. Lewis Ford, ASRS, Russian Electric, Generator Superton, Victory Plumbing, Sand Sharp at State Farm, Result Stack, Classic Craft Rentals, Optum Sports Medicine.
The WSAV Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week brought to you by O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln. Check out our exciting lineup featuring Aviator, Corsair, Nautilus, and Navigator. Looking for a Lincoln? Go see O.C. today. Okay, I'd like to reset this for you, but we're going to figure it out. 52-49, Calvary leading Oceanside. Fourth quarter, 7:12 left. Calvin Wilson is here with me. We just had a 99.5-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to give Calvary the lead. over Oceanside after Oceanside broke a 50-plus yard rush down to get down and score.
Man.
Here's the kickoff to the end zone.
I'm bleeding, Coach. I'm bleeding. Put me in. Put me in, Coach.
So now,
oh my goodness.
Calvin's been pushing it all day, especially in the third and fourth quarter. You're running the ball seems to be working for either team, especially for Oceanside right now.
And this, think about this. The defense hadn't had but a 3-minute break because the offense just went straight. Not even the offense. The special teams just ran it right back.
I can tell you they were really happy they just had a timeout.
Yeah, but
because they could use a little bit of time. But now it's Calvary back on defense.
And look, Calvary got new guys on the defense.
There's a whole bunch of guys on this. There's the run, and it's a fumble. It's on the ground, and Calvary's got it. The running game backfires on Oceanside, and Calvary gets the 4th turnover of the game.
Dang, 4 again.
Coach said he had 4 last week against Irmo. It's what cost him. 4th turnover here. Will it cost him today against Calvary? Stripped right out. I'm going to give credit on that one.
15, and he
to
recovered
Jay Varner and Buddy Curry. 15, Jeffrey McCormack.
Recovered it. All 3 of them.
Jeffrey McCormack in there, but the strip, I believe, was Jay Varner, who we called his name, maybe Buddy Curry, but I'm pretty sure all of them involved.
And let's go back to that highlight of the quarterback flexing on Jay Varner. And Jay Varner made a critical turnover right there.
Huge turnover right there, especially putting him in line for at least a field goal, maybe more. You don't want a field goal in this game. Big tackle.
Number 9, baby, number 9.
What a play. That's our guy Reese out there. Reese has been doing some damage for everybody. Reese Meredith went off the field a little while ago. The senior's right back. He's a lacrosse player.
If I have another kid, I'm naming him Reese, spelling it the same way.
And letting him play lacrosse.
And letting him play. Nah, he ain't going to play that. He's not that good at lacrosse.
But look at Reese.
My kid.
Coming down there. Also, right on top of that, Roe Parson with him, too.
Good job.
Calvary taking it much slower than they have previously. 6:30 left. Clock ticking.
Oh.
Fakes it to Middleton. There's the toss to the outside. It's going to break free to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the 2.
Wow.
Great play. Ty Pinckney, who just ran it 99 yards.
That was a long throw that I thought was dangerous, and he got it in there.
But Ty Pinckney ran 99 yards on the kickoff return, then caught that pass to take it down to the 1.
Watch this. Watch this.
That was a long way.
And number 5 tried to get in there and get it.
You got to wonder, in the first quarter, could he have gotten away with that with the dead legs that they're out there? But instead, perfect toss, perfect play call at the time.
Ooh, man, what a game. Timeout?
There's another player down.
Okay.
There's a player down on the field. It's a Calvary player.
He's up.
I believe it's Owens, the wide receiver. He's had a very good game. Looks like he may have injured his back a little bit. Ty Pinckney on that one, number 4, after the kickoff return, was able to make that play all the way down to the 3-yard line for his team.
2. I think he's at the 2.
He's at the 2, not the 3. Right now, what does it matter for them? They've been able to go from 99 yards, so 2 yards shouldn't be much, you'd think.
Man.
I would think Jones would be in here. He's already got 2 touchdowns on the day.
You know what?
And there he is.
You know what? Can we put in down on the field, could we put in a petition for a 5th quarter right here?
Yes, absolutely.
We might as well do it. I'm into a whole nother level right now.
You know who's not signing? All those players. Here's the 3 backs in the format, and no, just short.
Good tackle on
just
the 1.
Short. Good tackle on that play.
Yes.
24 one more time. We've called his name a bunch. That's our guy, Roe Parson.
Roe Parsons.
Good stop.
Parson, I mean.
Down to the 1. They're going to go again in that split formation with 3 backs.
Roe said
and one of the rare occasions that Mobley is under center, they're going to milk this clock a little bit. 5:27 left. 3 backs behind him. We'll see what happens. You can go to any one of them. handoff to Jones. Jones will dive forward into the end zone for the score.
Touchdown.
Third touchdown of the day for Caden Jones. And Calvary now with a 2-score lead. The first time since they were at 14 in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter that they've had a 2-score lead.
Score is
Going to be 59-49 if he gets the extra point. 5:09 left. We're far from done.
I would go for 2.
I think they are going for, no, they've got the kicker out there. I think you're going to go for 1 and go up the 2 scores of 10 points just to make sure.
I want to go 11. I'm saying, you said I was a gambler.
I'm not against you.
You told me I was a gambler, man.
11, but see, 9, if you go 9, then all you have to do is kick an extra point, and you know a score and a field goal are very plausible.
Anything is plausible in this game.
That is true.
We're not going to say.
That is true.
We're not going to say
we are
that.
all petitioning for the 5th quarter. The players have vetoed us somewhere.
Okay. I just wanted to throw that out there. But it could be 4 more. It could at least be 3 more scores right here.
I know Hank Tatum's down there, too, on one of the sidelines. When he gets his chance, I'd love to get a sense of that. And then at the same time, see what Calvary's got left. Boy, you got to be feeling good if you're Southeast Bullock right now to see who's left. Not that you're expecting a big game, but Calvary's not going to have a lot of juice left by Friday. Windsor Forest and then at Jenkins. We'll be there for that game, Calvin. Jenkins absolutely destroyed Beach today.
What was the score?
It was in the 40s or 50s when I saw it last.
I thought you said it was 63 to
I've heard a lot of
quarter.
numbers so far.
Okay.
So, but Jenkins absolutely destroyed Beach. So suddenly Jenkins is going to go in theoretically with some momentum. We got Jenkins next week against Liberty County as well, which should be an incredibly interesting game.
But me and you calling that game, right? On the 19th. On the 19th,
the 19th, we're going to have that game too with Jenkins. So Calvary's not going to invite us back anymore because they think they could be home. They took the under on this one. That was a bad call. The under missed in the first half. So if you took the under, I'm very sorry, but that's all that works. So Calvary looking to go up 10 here, which should be a touchdown and a field goal. Brady Shiver. Woo. The kick is up. The kick is good, so it will be a 10-point lead for Calvary. 5:09 left. Quick strike offense is fully in play.
Wouldn't it be funny that those 3 points at the end of the half is the 3 points that cost them the game?
But they're up because they got that field goal.
Penalty.
And 2 penalties.
3 points. Man.
All those penalties because they had them stop. Remember, they had a pick. This was right, just so you understand, if you missed it earlier,
right before the half.
Right before the end of the first half, Calvary had the ball. They threw an interception, called back because of roughing the passer penalty. Then they had a 3rd down stopped, called back because of rushing the passer penalty. Calvary ended up driving down, kicking a field goal late to take a 3-point lead. Right now, that's the difference between a 1 and a 2-point score game.
And if you're just joining us, go back and rewatch this game.
WSAV.com, I promise you will have it up.
Oh, my goodness. It's a heck of a game.
Because this has been a quality football. The score is even indicative of how well this game has been played, both offensively and in many places defensively. That one goes into the end zone again.
Okay, we've been talking about the wide receivers all night. We've been talking about Emerson Lewis all night. This is where it counts right here.
Do you still have time to run the ball?
Yes, but I wouldn't because they just fumbled the ball. I mean,
hold on. You were loving them running it for a quarter and a half, and then you get a fumble, and now you're done.
All I'm saying is they didn't stop him on the run. He fumbled the ball. Like, they really didn't stop him. He fumbled the ball. So, I mean, you could run the ball, but there's 5 minutes and 9 seconds left. What you do best? You told me, said that they run a spread offense. That's what you kept telling me.
So, by the way, our guy Taj has been working overtime in Zats all day, so I give him all the credit. So far, if you're Oceanside, if I had walked in and told you, by the way, you're going to have 504 total yards, and you're going to be down 10.
Wow.
Calvary, I'll tell you in a minute after this toss. Toss to the outside and a broken tackle again. And that's going to get him over the 30 to the 32-yard line. Calvary 526 yards.
1,000.
More than 1,000 yards between the two teams. Right now, the yards that they count, though, for Oceanside, getting them into that end zone.
Can we go over 1,200 yards?
Mandavian here with a nice toss to the outside. Cooper Webb has made a few catches. He's not going to get in a lot of headlines in this one, but he's made a couple nice catches. There's the toss outside. Tyler Garner again with that catch. That fifth wide receiver has played a deep role in this.
That's the one that took it to the house earlier.
Haven't heard a lot from Ethan Renaud, so I wonder if Garner's getting more playing time. He was the fourth receiver in the starting set. Clock ticking, 4:23 left. 2nd and 5. Aiden Mandavian. He's looking to get hit, and he does. He goes down. Huge sack by
12.
Calvary Day. That's Davis Witherington. Davis Witherington. Hadn't called his name much today, if at all. He's a junior. Made the play. He's the backup quarterback and a linebacker.
Wow. Backup quarterback?
Yep.
You got to play somebody.
3rd and 13 now. Crunch time for Oceanside.
Man, there's a lot of new faces out there on defense.
Everybody gets to play today, that's for sure. Right now, Oceanside going to have to probably do 2-down territory here. 3rd down. Mandavian looking, dumps it off to a wide open Anthony Williams. Williams to the 40, to the 45, jumps over a man to the 50. He's going to be down to the 44-yard line of Calvary on a beautiful call.
Man, they cleared out this whole left side over here and just drug him all the way across the field.
You talked about it earlier. What pays off when you throw deep? You can get somebody underneath.
Man.
There was nobody within 10 yards of an Anthony Williams.
And then look at the run.
Watch Williams jump and play and get an extra 15 yards out of that, too.
Run after catch.
Williams has been an impressive guy, and he's been the 2nd best receiver on the field for them.
Rack it up.
There's the fake. Mandavian again. He's got his man. He's got a wide open catch again. There's Terrence Johnson to the 30, to the 20, to the 17-yard line.
They're running across and all the way across because they're running a zone. And if you let your man go.
25 more yards for Terrence Johnson. Mandavian takes a shot at the end of this one, but makes it count. There's McCormick again. A little extra from Kenneth Baker.
Well, I don't know if he was already falling into him.
I wasn't asking for a flag, just noticed the pain that caused for Mandavian, but he took it and got back up. The good news for him right now is that this man's down. You don't want anybody to get injured, but he's getting a little bit of a break. Get those cobwebs out of his head.
Yeah, cramping up over there.
Hopefully he's okay. He seems to be fine. Mandavian does, that is.
What it is like running into a brick wall.
So you can watch this play. Watch again, cleared it out just like you called from the opposite side. They just went to Johnson on this instead, though. God. And Johnson all the way down to the 17-yard line.
I don't know. Listen, it don't matter what type defense you play on any of these either team.
Here's where we talked about it earlier. Biggest question here, only one timeout for Oceanside.
Right, earlier.
So you have to stop them, but you're going to lose a bunch of time no matter what on this.
Oh, yeah.
So you probably have to go onside first.
No, you know what? Even though they had those crossing routes, that's a great job playing the zone defense because you kept everything in front of you. If you were playing man-to-man and you had to chase a man all the way across the field and it's just you and that one man, they hadn't been able to tackle all night.
I agree, except for it's hard to say when you get 55 yards on 2 passes that you did the right thing.
But you still kept it in front of you because you get the ball back, and like you say, with only a timeout, then maybe you can run it out.
Calvary can milk some more clock out of this.
Right.
So 2:41, clock ticking. Aiden Mandavian, your quarterback. Mandavian, back to pass. He's got his man wide open. No, knocked away. Great play. What a play by Sean Williams, who's got one or more picks. I think 2 picks today. Tonight already, and a great play. And now this is when Terrence Johnson got down a little bit. Looks, that's definitely a cramp.
Yeah.
Look at you can see his calf tighten up on him that way.
Well, you know, I was talking about their legs earlier in the game. That cramp is a little more when you got those legs. When you got those muscles in your legs like that.
Give them credit that it's taken them till this long in the fourth quarter, considering how much Johnson has run and how many. He played defense for a while, too. Mandavian, by the way, over 400 yards passing, 430 yards passing almost.
Listen, it is late in the day, and they'll play like 5 quarters right now. So
it's a lot when you look at that point total especially.
Yeah, exactly. So somebody need to be cramping.
Well, and Johnson has had multiple long pass plays on his record, too, for that.
Broken tackles and everything.
It's when you go up, isn't it, on the training factor? It's jumping, and then it comes down, and that's when the calf gets you.
Yes.
If he had been down on the ground, he probably would have been okay. All right. Second down, but more than that. 2:29 left. Clock ticking.
Got him.
He's got his man. Oh, almost picked on that. They did not call it. Good face guard, good play. Scotty Walker, excellent play. This was the perfect high school cornerback coverage.
He didn't have to look back.
Didn't have to look back. Played his man perfectly.
And when he put his hands up, he got there. Ball plays higher, though. Touchdown.
Scotty Walker, you could not ask for better coverage than that by a man.
He almost caught that with one hand, though.
He did. But Scotty Walker came up with a great play.
Great job, Scotty.
Third down and 19. The next question will be, do you kick this field goal or you go for a touchdown? But we're not going to go there yet. So I would assume you got to get the touchdown. Third down and 10. Mandavian under pressure. Breaks one tackle. He's running. He's running for more. He's down to the 15. That'll gain about 4 or 5. Mandavian now down. Getting some help up, but 2:10 clock running.
I kick.
No question. There does not appear to be any thought of a kicker right now.
I might kick.
Johnson, no. Now there's a lot more stuff going on. Johnson wants to go. They are going to kick it.
Yeah.
They're taking time, though. This is time they don't have.
Yeah, because
they need to hurry.
Either way.
I mean, they need to hurry, though. They're taking their time on this. This isn't a kick, by the way. This was, I think it's exactly what they wanted. Calvin, I'll tell you, watching Mandavian, the quarterback, walk off the field, he was banged up.
Yeah, he banged up.
Coach went with this to say, they're going to think we're going to kick, but instead we're going to put this up here and we're going to go for it. Your only problem was you took 30-plus seconds to do that.
Yeah, that's because of the 2
time
timeouts
you don't
early.
have.
2 timeouts early.
But
in the
I don't
half.
think you had a choice because you're looking at a quarterback who may or may not be able to come back in this game right now.
Right.
Or needed a blow to be able to get into this game. Because in this current formation, looking at it, I don't necessarily see quarterback Mandavian in that huddle.
No,
I see some sort of wildcat thing. Because you're talking about Sawyer Arnold, the defensive end, is out there too, so he's used in that wildcat formation. You've got a bunch of linemen. These aren't your receivers out there. That's why Terrence Johnson, the wide receiver, has had a huge day with 4 touchdowns. Wanted to be out there for the next play, and coach said he's going with this instead with this wildcat. Calvary called the timeout because they had him.
I'm going to be honest with you. Johnson might be my wildcat guy. The way he hadn't been able to be tackled today.
Well, we'll see. They're going instead with Michael Strickler, who scored a touchdown earlier on the Wildcat. Strickler's going up and in. He's not going to get there. That's going to be a stop by the Calvary defense, and this ball game will be done.
Yeah! That ball game.
What a stop in a game dominated by offense, where the offense has ruled the world. It's the Calvary defense that makes the play to ice it for the Cavaliers.
Somebody defense had to step up, and they did. Man, 4th down play.
Calvary on the 4th down play. Strickler goes into the line. Everybody's stopping him. Everybody's stopping
51, him. 51, man, what a great job.
Great play right there. Let's get his number, get him credit. Lawson Bentley, the junior.
The offensive lineman.
Once again, how many people played in this game?
Man.
We didn't call Lawson Bentley's name once all day. Defense, offense, anything. He came through with the best play of the day that was key for the Cavalier team.
Wow.
Coach LaPrade just livid about whatever.
But we called him.
It's tough.
We called him one time on that block down on the end zone when they cleared his path for him.
I would be interesting to see how banged up Mandavian really is if they went with that play. I know he's not your running quarterback,
but
it was third
put it
and
in his hands.
4
right.
or 4th and 4. It wasn't
right.
4th and 1.
Right.
It was 4th and 4. I can't believe you take it out of his hands unless he really wasn't fully there. Coach LaPrade not happy about this one. Complaints to the referees about something. And they did not give him any sort of measurement, which I guess is what we're being told that he wanted. They had moved the change. He thought they had a shot at this one. I thought he was a yard short. But you know where I'll tell you though, Calvin, where they put it is right there at the line.
Right.
Wow, and they even moved it back beyond the 10.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I think Coach LaPrade has something to say about that, and I think he's got a point. If you're going to move it past the 9, the 10 to the 9.
His coaches up here in the booth pointed that out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, the spot
is bad. Either the spot's at the 9 or the spot's at the 11.
Yeah.
There's no in between on this. If the spot is at the 9,
it's a first down.
It's a first down. If the spot's at the 11, it's a 4th down, and it's done.
Exactly.
No matter what, we're going to give the Calvary defense credit for stiffening when they needed to in this game.
Great
and
game.
Making the play, getting the fumble recovery they needed to, which got the score to put them up 2 scores.
Great game. Did we get 1,100 yards of total offense?
I believe we did, yes.
A lot of offense.
We're over 4, so
all right.
We're at about 430.
Last
You're going to make
snap.
me do math here, Calvin, but we'll tell you some numbers here coming up in a little bit. But
you're not the math guy, I am.
556. Yeah, we're close. Calvary with a hard-fought win.
He called timeout.
Oh,
he called
Oceanside
timeout.
called one more
Great
timeout.
Job. Great job, Coach.
It's not over till it's over. I guess they figured they'd do this.
Great job, Coach. Always.
I think this was Coach wants to say one more thing. All right, Terrence Johnson has a flag in his hand over there.
Probably
we hope
put it up. Put
he
it
wants
up,
to take it.
Put it up, Coach.
I think coaches are telling him to calm down a little bit.
Put it
I
down.
think he wanted the ball at the end in some form.
I agree.
The only question I would have looking at it would be, was Mandavian hurt so he had trouble throwing the ball because it took him a long time to get to the point to decide that?
Yeah, but he needed.
Oh, see, they moved all the way back to the 1 or the 2, so coach is hoping maybe something happens because they can still get there. He still wants a shot. You take a shot, though.
10-point
not?
play?
Why not?
I'm just saying, 10-point play.
Third down at about 16.
10-point play.
Now it will officially be over after that kneel down. In a game for the ages, you don't see this much. The score on your screen is not a misprint. Calvary 59, Oceanside 49. There's a whole lot to unpack after this one. What a game. What offensive show. What defensive stops when it needed to be. We've got your performance of the game. We've got your play of the game. We're going to try to talk to Coach Cameron out there, too. See what he has to say after this one. We're not going to forget for a very long time. We'll be right back with a whole lot of postgame coming up on the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week. I need whatever you got. So I need Mobley's.
Welcome back. Now, more Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week. Here's the O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln postgame show.
It took a while to get there, but boy, we enjoyed every minute of what we watched out here. 59-49, Calvary over Oceanside in one of the best games that you're going to see in high school football in a very long time. Calvin Wilson is here with me. Calvin, we've said so much, there's almost not much to say other than, wow, what an offensive show by both of these teams.
Well, I think just athletically, man, great teams. Both teams are going to be really good at the end of the season, but they're really good right now. Clean up some penalties, and this game could be still going on right now.
And amazingly, in a game where you had 108 points, it came down to a defensive stop on 4th down to lock down the win for Calvary. Incredible. But we'll talk about the defense later because it was all offense, and we've got the play of the game. This was the one that potentially sent Calvary directly to the win. It was a pass play right there. Nope, that's Mobley running for it there. That is not our play of the game. It's a really good play by Mobley there who came up with a big one. But our play of the game, there's a toss to Hicks, and Hicks with the pass to Knight for the touchdown on the beautiful pass play that went ahead for a touchdown there. Hicks to Knight to get the score on the halfback pass. Let's take it down to Hank Tatum, who's down on the field.
All right. Guys, we're here with the winning coach for Calvary. Coach, I'm tired. I'm sure you're tired. What are the emotions after a game like that?
We're exhausted. We're exhausted, but, I just told the newspaper one thing I was proud of. Not one kid on Calvary Day School cramped tonight. We had 2 guys go down, okay, but it wasn't cramps. It was actually a kind of injury. So I was super proud. Our strength coach is great. These guys, this group of guys know one way, and that's just to go hard, and I think it showed tonight.
There were so many big players, big plays in that game between Ty Pinkney, Mobley, your quarterback, Scotty Walker with the pick six. Is there a guy that you can pinpoint or even a play that you can say that really shifted this game?
I think if you cover us all year, it's going to be a different guy. We're not just a one-man show. We're guys that we love each other, man, and we trust each other. And we knew Scotty was going to make a play. We knew Sean was going to make a play. We knew Ty was going to make a play. And when you have confidence in each other like that, man, sky's the limit. Guys get to play loose. They're not scared to make a mistake.
But the kickoff return touchdown felt like that was a big turning point. Coaches talk all the time about special teams. How nice was that to see for you on the sideline?
We put so much time in the special teams, and we've had it beat us. I'm trying to say, so it was nice for a change to, return a kick. That's a huge turning point from the game, and something that goes unnoticed, our kicker doesn't mix an extra point, and he makes it a 2-score game by that end of the half field goal. That's huge. That's almost more important than any tackle or touchdown that we scored.
Coach, it felt like that game belonged in late November, early December, but here we are in August. What does it do for you moving forward to have a game with that high emotions back and forth all game for the rest of your team?
Listen, the best part of it is that we got to prepare for a region game, one of the best teams in our region, if not the best team in our region, Southeast Bullock. They're a gritty group. We got to go to their place. So listen, we can celebrate it for a night, and then it's back to work on Sunday, and we got to get ready for Southeast Bullock on Monday.
Coach, congrats on the win.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Guys, you heard it. Next week, Southeast Bullock. His team's going to take this, ride it high, and then all of a sudden on Monday, it's starting that preparation for next week. Andrew, Calvin, what a game. Back to you guys.
All right, Hank, that was a great one. And Coach Cameron, he's tired too, absolutely. And he should be. The play of the game, well, you know who's really tired? Ty Pinkney right now. He took it to the house right after Oceanside had scored. Calvary gets the kickoff. Pinkney from, as Calvin put it, 99.5 yards. Not touched. Going all the way to the end zone. This was perhaps the play that won the game for him.
Stabbed him in the heart with that, man. Right after a long drive, rushing the ball down the field, these guys got the kickoff and took it all the way to the house.
That's your O.C. Welch play of the game. Go see OCFord.com for your O.C. Ford Lincoln. Go find the certified pre-owned cars or trucks you're looking for online at GoSeeOCFord.com. We'll be right back with much more.
Welcome back. Now, more of the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week postgame show and OC's top performer.
Boy, picking a top performer in this game may be the toughest thing to do. 59-49 offensive plays everywhere, fireworks every place that you can be. Andrew Davis here with Calvin Wilson. We can't explain to you exactly how well played this game was, too, on both sides of the ball.
I don't know what to say. I'm telling you, great game, guys. Just go back and watch it. If you're just watching this now, please watch this game again.
And we debated this. There could
now,
be 5 different...
here's OC's top performer, presented by O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln.
There could have been 5 different guys who were performer of the game on this one, but we gave it to the man at the helm of the Calvary offense who ended up winning this game was James Mobley. Mobley, as a quarterback, did everything. He made it out of traffic every place he could go. He ran the ball. He threw the ball. He did everything he needed. In all, 313 passing yards, 18 of 32. That wasn't even him. That was Hicks throwing that ball, who was his running back, but he did everything he needed. 2 touchdowns passing. He also got 1 more on the ground as well, but controlled this offense throughout.
But the biggest thing he did all night is kept getting up because they were hitting him. Penalty after penalty, late hit after late hit. He kept getting up and he kept delivering.
And that's your performance of the game, sponsored by O.C. Welch Ford Lincoln. Check out the exciting lineup featuring aviators, Corsairs, Nautilus, and Navigators. Looking for a Lincoln? Go see O.C. today. Well, there is no shortage of highlights when it comes to this game, Calvin. I think we got a couple more minutes left in us just to go through it one more time because we enjoyed it so much. And it started right away in the first quarter. Right there, Caden Jones breaking tackles. When you thought, oh, well, that was a nice run. That was about the 7th best play of this game. And Jones there with a second one. Calvary was up 14-0. You thought this was done, but Oceanside was far from done. Mendavian hands it off right there to the man who did a great job out there, Zakai Muncie, on the play. And then Mendavian, under a lot of pressure, is able to get away, throws it over for a first down and eventually a touchdown on that. Here's your running back pass, Hicks to Knight, and Knight will pull that one in for the score. Here's Mobley up top to Owens, and Owens will make it and bring it in for everybody there. Then Mobley up top one more time. There it is, that guy Hicks getting it in the end zone. Far from done, Oceanside, Mendavian, all the time in the world. He's going to get one off, and this one will just drop to the ground. One of the few plays that wasn't made by a wide receiver. But Mendavian came right back up top to his man. That's Terrence Johnson. I'm going to call his name a few more times and we're done. Here's that man. Not Terrence Johnson, but different one on this one. Williams, who makes it all the way through. Then here's Jones, and then it's Ty. I'm trying to get everybody's name right now. Ty Middleton, Ty Pinkney on that one. Ty Middleton also had a good game. There were too many people who did things
Everybody caught the ball tonight.
There's Caden Jones again with a nice run up the middle. He had a good day. Jones ended up with 23 rushes and 96 yards and 3 touchdowns. There's Muncie, who had another big run there. They were back and forth and back and forth. Mendavian picked off right there by Calvary in a huge play. That was the 3rd pick of the day for them. Calvary came right back in all 4 turnovers, 3 picks. Big plays. Calvary making it happen. There's Ty Middleton. We talked about Ty Middleton, who was huge in that drive in the 3rd quarter. Made the clock move. There's Middleton again, who took it in. And then the handoff to Jones, that 3rd touchdown he had. There, Oceanside wasn't done. The easy one, right up the middle for the safety for the wild card. That's the stop at the end of the game. He tried to push one in the last time. This was the stop instead. Whew, there was a lot going on, let me tell you. Next week, Liberty County, Jenkins. I don't know if we can top it, but we're sure going to try. Friday night right here, WSAV, CW, WSAV. We got all kinds of games to play. Liberty County and Jenkins, one or the other. Stick with us because we promise to tell you one or the other. It'll be SAV at 8, CW at 7:30. But if this game is any sense, you're going to want to make sure that you watch our next Friday Night Blitz game of the week because we're going to try to top this one if we can. For Calvin Wilson, I'm Andrew Davis. Thanks for watching. Thanks for enjoying it all. We're done for now, and boy, can't wait till next week. Congratulations, Calvary. 59-49 win.
Somebody get me the